1, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fight. We're at episode 107, and this is Mr. Stephen Shepard's Top 128 Part 1. So it'll be interesting to see what he has on his list. I know he's kind of an action guy and dramas, that kind of thing, but there's a few surprises. I got a little peek at it, and I'm sure some of us did too on the panel. So yeah, but it'll be fun to break it down and crown a new favorite movie for him eventually. This will be part 1 of a 3-part series. So we got this Sweet 16 of part 1 and 2 that'll be in the championship coming up in about 2 months from now. So yeah, but I'm your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, as always, and my co-host Austin is out tonight. He is getting some much needed sleep after doing, I think, like 8 consecutive nights of filming or something. So I told him it's time for him to go get some sleep for once, because we keep him up late all the time and he works early. So, but we'll go ahead and we'll bring in our crew for tonight. My fill-in co-host is going to be running the board tonight. We have Jacob Barber. How's it going? Huh.
It's going. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a day.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can just have a distraction for a couple hours here, you know? So yeah, but we also have the man in the hot seat who is going via his phone tonight, Stephen Shepard.
He's not in the seat.
What?
He's not in the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't able to use my card to get me home, so I have to walk home. So for a huge chunk of the show, I will be like this.
Yeah. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on you, making sure you don't get mugged, making sure that you don't freeze to death, any of that stuff. So we're here for you, even though we're like away from you. Yeah, but we also have joining us, we have Malcolm Lay. How's it going, Malcolm?
It's going good. Stephen is literally an action guy today.
Yep. We can follow his progress on the way home. See if he makes it home by the time we're done here. So, but we also have joining us Richie at Gooacre.
What's up? Not looking forward to this. And we'll eventually get to see what the outside of Stephen's house looks like. That's good.
Yeah. There we go. Just make sure you get a good shot of your address so we can all know exactly where it is. Yeah. But last but certainly not least, we have Jordan Owens, JPO. What's up?
Howdy-ho, everybody. It is very nice to be not walking just into my comfy home with the air. No, I'm sorry.
He's going to rub it in. Yeah. But it should be fun. Hopefully this will give you a little distraction from the cold outside, Stephen. You can just talk about your movies and not think about it too much. So,
the only thing that's going to be cold really are my hands, since I have to hold my phone and not put it in my pocket.
Yeah, well, if you have to do like tuck your hands in your sleeves or something, you can do something like that. But yeah. So how it's going to work tonight, I'll break it down for you guys. And for anyone who might be tuning in for the first time, because everyone's been here and done it before, but there's going to be a tournament of 64 of Stephen's favorite movies of all time. We had 128 of his favorite movies, and Austin, actually, who's not here tonight, he made the bracket, so it's kind of a surprise for everyone, really. But he put everything into a wheel to determine all the random matchups, and the first 64 to pop out. Those are what are going to be here tonight, and then the Sweet 16 will face off against the Sweet 16 of Part 2 in the championship to determine the grand champion. So yeah, that'll be fun. So I'll go ahead and I'll share the bracket here. 1 second. All right. All right, and so Jacob will be running it tonight, and I'll just have one last thing to say. Let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt.
Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins.
Jenkins, Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right, cool. So we got the first matchup already ready. So looks like we got Field of Dreams versus Blade Runner. So
2049 to be exact.
yeah, 2049. Yeah. so yeah, we'll start with JPO. Which one you got here?
Well, if you build it, they will come. Except for me, I never came to that movie. So Blade Runner 2049, I saw it.
Sure, yeah. Richie, what do you say?
The build it, they'll come. That's a tagline to my new brothel agency that I'm starting up.
Yeah.
So I realized me and JP just basically did the same joke. But anyway, cool.
Catches this Thursday at the Chuckle Hut.
Yeah.
I could be stupid, just do porn names for every one of these. Field of Wet Dreams and Blade. Anyway.
Yeah.
The kid show, Richie.
Okay,
Yeah.
your kids are watching. Sorry, go to bed.
Yeah, what the heck?
Did you realize that I set the settings as kid
Jacob,
friendly?
watch your fucking
video.
language, dude.
Field of Dreams is good. Again, I think it holds up. It's a great movie. Blade Runner 2049. Also good movie. So I don't know, it's pretty hard. Guess just because it's more recent in my mind. I'll go Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, sounds good. And Malcolm, what do you think?
I will say Stephen's probably glad that Oscar's not here today because Blade Runner directed by Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen Field of Dreams, so Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, this is your first matchup, so which one you got here?
As much as I love Blade Runner 2049, Field of Dreams is higher ranked. It's, great. So yeah, I'll go with Field of Dreams myself.
Yeah, sounds good. And Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I too have not seen Field of Dreams yet. Sounds interesting. Sounds like a good movie. Just not one that I've gotten to. I'm lukewarm on Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. But I've seen it, and it's still a decent enough movie that I don't dislike it. So I'll go with Blade Runner.
Yeah, I'm also kind of lukewarm on the Blade Runner movie. I keep trying over and over because on paper they look really cool and sound really cool, but then I watch them and like these movies kind of drag. But I feel of Dreams is great though. Like one of the better Ray Liotta movies. He's playing Shoeless Joe, and then of course you got Kevin Costner in there, James Earl Jones. So it's great. Yeah, it's a great sports movie. So yeah, I'll go with Field of Dreams.
All right.
So something Field
Blade
of Dreams.
Runner 2049 by a vote of 4-2.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's Blade Runner. Okay, sorry. Shows you what.
Next, we've got Another Earth and The Fugitive.
Which I don't know what Another Earth is, but maybe someone can explain it. But
I'm not even being a dick. It's literally about another. No, it's they find out like there's another parallel Earth, and like there's another you, but maybe the other you's better off, and stuff like that. Maybe someone else can say.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Alternate reality or
That's what I'm thinking of. But yeah. Anyway.
Not alternate reality. No, like there's legit. Like as you can see her, like they find out there's another Earth, and she finds out like, there's another version of her, but that version had like a better life.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Because was this other movie that I was thinking about that was like similar, like that there was another planet or something, and then someone win a competition to go to live on that planet or something. It's probably not that one, but it kind of seems like a similar premise. But yeah,
Okay.
I might not have seen this one, but I know I've seen The Fugitive. So and The Fugitive is great, so I'll go The Fugitive.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I've only seen The Fugitive. I'm personally lukewarm on The Fugitive. Like, it's not a bad movie. It's just not one I'd rush out to go see. Another does sound interesting, and it's got who is related to Tom Cruise, and he's Ethan from Lost. I'm gonna go Another Earth.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just say, you sound a little muffled, Malcolm. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, your internet connection a bit spotty.
Usually, you have like a little better sound, so I don't know if you're coming out of the different microphone or something. But
I don't have my mic actually plugged in. So.
Okay. So, well, yeah, that might help. But
I don't say I'll throw out real quick too. I was pretty much on the right path. On the night of the discovery of a duplicate Earth in the solar system, an ambitious young student and an accomplished composer cross paths in a train accident. So I was right. There's like 2 Earths.
Okay, sure. Well, Stephen, what do you think here?
Yeah, so Another Earth is actually a small movie, but and the whole Another Earth aspect is only part of the movie actually, because the movie is about she caused the guy from Lost, who's Tom Cruise's cousin in real life. She was the drunk driver that caused his wife's death, but she doesn't tell. I mean, I think this is after she's been out of prison, and she doesn't tell him that, and well, they strike up a friendship. And yeah, she wins a competition. She writes an essay and wins the competition.
I have seen this movie.
Okay, she wins the competition to be one of the people that goes to the other Earth. I won't say anything more than that. I was gonna say some spoilers, but I won't, since nobody's seen it. And I'll go with Another Earth since nobody's seen it, and so that it doesn't get completely struck out.
Yeah, well,
I've seen it. I knew there was a competition aspect to it.
The guy from Lost, who's in it, he plays Ethan from Lost. If anyone knows who that is, he's like an evil son of a bitch on Lost.
One of the others.
Yeah, yeah.
To be one of the survivors.
Yeah. So, Jacob, what do you think?
Never even heard of Another Earth until now. I've at least heard of The Fugitive, so that'll get my vote.
Yep.
In
the same
top
way.
4, you would have heard of it.
Yeah, I might have heard of it from that, but I've never seen it. So, in The Fugitive, it like never falls in like an amazing movie for me. It's maybe like a 7. I mean, that's still pretty high. So I mean, I still really like it, but it's not going to get bumped up into my 128 or anything. But maybe like hovering around 200 for me as far as movies that I like. So yeah, I'll vote The Fugitive though still. So JPO.
Yeah, no, I'm unfortunately I'm in track of everyone else. I like the trailer from Another Earth, but that's all I've seen. I dig Fugitive. Yeah, it's not in my top whatever list, but I dig it. So yeah, definitely gets my vote.
Yeah. Well, it'll be The Fugitive.
Right. Up next, we've got Traffic and The Tree of Life.
Oh, ooh.
I wonder what this man is voting for.
Yeah. Let's see if anyone likes this movie. Malcolm, what are you gonna go for?
Yeah. I haven't actually heard of Traffic. It could be interesting.
What? Are you sure? It won Oscars back.
It won the best directing picture Oscar. Steven Soderbergh, Don Cheadle. I don't know. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I've heard of traffic because that's what people get stuck in all the time. But but
Malcolm's gonna open up for me and Richie the Chuckle Hut with that joke.
yeah, yeah.
But Tree of Life sounds really interesting, so I'm going to go Tree of Life.
Have you guys heard of Traffic? Yeesh, how about that Traffic?
What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's the traffic?
Traffic. Lots of
Yeah.
cars on the road.
Yeah, right. Well, Stephen, what do you think?
Gotta be
Here?
a better way.
So this is looking like it's going to be a repeat of Another Earth. 2 votes for Tree of Life, and probably no one else. But yeah, I Tree of Life. Terrence Malick is hit or miss, but I do have 2 of his movies on my list. And actually, Tree of Life is pretty high actually for me. I think it's a really beautiful movie. So I'd vote for Tree of Life, and it's not even just because the rest of you don't like it. I really would have voted for it anyway.
Yeah. Well, all right, we got 1 vote for it. Jacob, what do you say?
Yeah.
2 votes. Malcolm went for it too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't seen either of these. I'll go Traffic because it sounds like it won the Best Director Oscar, so that's at least got that going for it.
Yeah. And I've only seen 1 of these, and that is the Tree of Life, so that's why I'm voting for Traffic. So we're going to go Traffic. So, JPO?
Traffic's definitely worth checking out. It's Steven Soderbergh. Last time he was nominated too was for Traffic. Anywho, no, it's a good one. It's gritty, you know what I mean, but it's definitely well worth a look. Michael Douglas is really good, and Don Cheadle shines. I don't hate Tree of Life. Between me, Jordan, Pez, I'm weirdly the biggest fan, and I'm not a fan. I do think it's a little too long, too self-indulgent, too much like look at this beautiful imagery without enough substance behind it. Even though it's trying to act.
Most of Terrence Malick's movies, though.
And and that's why I'm not. He's also more
everything besides the Thin Red Line about.
I mean, Night of Cups, To the Wonder, like all 3 of those movies could be a please. Like if I went to movie jail, that's the triple feature, you know.
Yeah.
So Traffic, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they torture terrorists in this country. They show them those movies, right?
Like, you watch this,
yeah.
triple feature.
You watch this, and you tell us where the bomb is. You're gonna have to watch this. Yeah, but Richie, what do you think?
What is the deal with people going to places at the same time? We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Traffic's a good movie. It's a great movie. I'm not really a big fan of Terrence Malick either. I feel like he falls sort of under the same thing as like Richard Linklater for me, where I think it's a bit of style over substance. A lot of the time, it's like, hey, look what I achieved. But yeah, but you didn't, it's cool. But cool, good for you. But not a good movie behind it. So I'll go Traffic because it's decent. And it's a movie now. Come check it out.
Yeah.
Another 4-2.
Yeah. 4-2.
Did Stephen freeze? Hopefully not actual frozen, but freeze.
Yeah. He might be going through some spotty spots here. Let's see. Now he's up there twice. So.
Oh my God, Stephen.
So we'll just put the.
I don't know what happened. I had.
Maybe drop out the second, Stephen. Maybe drop out the
third. Yeah, there you go. But we got Lethal Weapon. Is that? I think it's
just Lethal Weapon.
And then up against Air Force One. So, Stephen, you're actually first on this one. So, which one you got?
I don't know. If I get into this one, I won't know how to get the other one. I won't know. Oh God! But for this, I'll go with Air Force.
Okay, I think I heard Air Force One. You're a little muffled there, but I'm pretty sure I heard Air Force One. So, Jacob, what do you think?
Well, it's another easy one because I've not seen Air Force One, but I've seen Lethal Weapon, and yeah, it's a good little action movie. So I'll go Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. This one's kind of tough. I think they're both kind of like good, but they're not like all timers for me. But they're both good. But like I probably prefer some of the later Lethal Weapons for me. Like pretty much all the other ones besides this one. But that's not saying much because this one's right under it. I mean, it's not that far below it. And Air Force One, I don't know. Like I'm not going to say any of these movies aren't bad. It just doesn't really do a lot for me. So that's just the best way for me to put it. But so I'm going to go with Lethal Weapon because at least Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, they got some great chemistry going on. So yeah, I'll go Lethal Weapon. JPO?
I just thought of a really cool round for picks and lists, so I'm excited. Anywho, besides that, this is pretty close to being even for me. Maybe just due to more recency bias as far as what I've seen more recently, when I'm a little more high on at the moment. I'm gonna go Air Force One. Get off my plane, y'all.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you think?
Like ironically, because of Stephen's audio, he sounded like he was actually a pilot.
Yeah.
Enjoy your flight.
Pay attention, passengers. If you look over to the right side, you can see
so good. Lethal Weapon's great.
great. To your left.
I think perfected the buddy sort of cop genre. It's a great film. I'm interested to see if they go ahead with the fifth one. I think they are, which is interesting. Not sure how that will. We'll see what happens.
They are too old for that shit.
Yeah, he's literally doing it.
Too old since fucking 92. Come on.
Yeah. And Air Force One. Bye, Stephen.
He's still here. He's just in and out.
Air Force One is I think no people talk about the movie. I think the movie is great, and it's a great action movie. So yes, I will also go Air Force One.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
So apparently last year Mel Gibson expressed confidence that the Lethal Weapon 5 would begin shooting in 2023 and Sarah Lisi the same year. But now some media outlets are speculating that Mel's probably pursuing a Passion of the Christ sequel, putting Lethal Weapon 5 on hiatus. But that claim's not been substantiated.
Wasn't a Passion of the Christ sequel a joke in Family Guy?
Apparently it is actually in development, potentially in development now. But anyway,
the Easter movie where he resurrects. So
that'll probably be what it will be about. But I saw Air Force One for the first time a few weeks ago when we did action movies of the 90s. But I really love Lethal Weapon, so I'm going to go Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Lethal Weapon, right?
It's a tie.
Oh, it's a tie.
Yep, and so tiebreaker starts at the bottom. So JPO.
All right.
What Steven just said, Air Force One with me, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Air Force One it up, baby.
All right. Let's go. Air Force One.
Up next, we've got 12 Monkeys and Contact.
Ooh, okay.
And Steven's gone again.
Well, we'll have some time to get him back because you're up first, Jacob. So
yeah. But he's not gonna have too much time because I haven't seen either of these movies, but I know he loves Contact, so I'll throw it a vote.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be like, I know he loves Contact, so 12 Monkeys.
Yeah, yeah. So screw him. Yeah. No. Yeah, I have not seen Contact. It's probably one of the Jodie Foster ones I need to go out and see. But actually, I just watched 12 Monkeys recently for the first time. I watched it like 2 weeks or even less. I think like a week ago for the first time. And for one of our the Brad versus Leo show that we had. And yeah, like it was really good. Like I really love what Brad Pitt does. It's like the kind of crazy kind of mental guy. And then it's a movie where Bruce Willis is actually acting like really well in it. And for me, like the movie went on Bruce Willis's performance and like I just liked him more and more and more as the movie went. Just kind of like went up for me, and it has a great score too. So yeah, I'll vote for 12 Monkeys. I still haven't seen Contact. So JPO.
Yeah, it's been a long time since if I've ever checked out Contact, one of those like maybe VHS library rentals. We talked a lot about 12 Monkeys, I feel, recently, and because we were just talking about Brad Pitt, that's why. And yeah, he's great in it for even a smaller part. And actually got even some award attention, which is not something that you always get for a movie like this. It's really cool. It's an interesting, fun tale. So yeah, 12 Monkeys gets my vote.
Yeah, it's one of the like great movie scores to actually like feature an accordion, which is kind of weird, but yeah. So, Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen Contact, but I love 12 Monkeys. I think it'd been a while since I've seen it, so I think the last time I checked it out was 2020, which is kind of interesting because very it's very pandemic kind of obviously vibes to it. I think Brad Pitt steals the show here. I think he's amazing in the movie. I miss seeing Madeline Stone movies as well. I think she's 12 Monkeys is a really great science fiction movie. And it was a decent TV show when they did the TV show too. It was okay.
I agree.
I'll go 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be easy for me if I haven't seen either of these movies. So I'm going to do the Richie joke run. So I know Stephen likes Contact, so I'm going to vote 12 Monkeys.
All right, sure. Stephen, what are you going to go for?
Well, I guess I will be the lone vote for Contact. It is my second favorite movie of all time.
Jacob had your back.
And I think Jodie Foster is amazing in this movie. And people talk about the reconnaissance, not long ago, but he had a great run in the '90s with movies like this and A Time to Kill, and another movie that it will be either later on or in part 2. So yeah, I'm going with Contact.
Yeah.
I think that's what people say that about McConaughey, because he did have like a really interesting '90s filmography, and there was a point where he was just banging out like How to Lose a Guy, Sahara, he stopped doing that.
In the early 2000s,
almost like I always reckon it to like Vince Vaughn, like Vaughn in the '90s. He's big and interesting shit, then all of a sudden it just became kind of generic. And now they're both back to like doing some interesting shit, including.
He originally did a movie called Surfer Dude because he was sort of a cliche, the guy that took his shirt off.
Yeah.
Did he take his shirt off in Contact? That's the question.
All right.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 12 Monkeys, but
man.
RoboCop versus Godfather Part 2. So it'll be me first, and I mean, I guess you guys know my thoughts on the Godfather. Don't hate it, but I just find it kind of boring. So eventually, when we do our De Niro versus Al Pacino, I'm gonna rewatch these movies and like sit down and like properly like watch it, and like not when it's just playing in the background. Actually, pay close attention. So I'll get around to it. But for right now, RoboCop's awesome, and I've been on a Kurtwood Smith high because of that '90s show. So let's go with RoboCop. JPO?
Well, I'll be your generic Godfather loving movie critic here. Those first two I think are truly, even in my opinion, some of the greatest movies of all time here. I always have a hard time determining between the two here. I think they're really right on the same level. I do love RoboCop, so I hate voting against it so early, but the Godfather, baby.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, this is pretty tough for me. I think RoboCop's awesome, and Godfather Part 2, it's one of the best of all time. Gotta say, for like someone who's like, I'm sure we'll get to them because Stephen Shepard has some interesting hot takes. So most of the movies so far have been pretty great. So on here, Stephen. It's tough. RoboCop, for no reason. Just
okay, yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Godfather's in my top 10, so Godfather Part 2.
Yeah, that's fair. And Steven.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this is going to be in this one or in part 2, but there's one movie that, for me, you saying about hot takes, there's one movie that's going to be on here that is admittedly pure nostalgia, but I still love it, and you guys will go, what the fuck?
I think I might know what it is because I got a little preview, but we'll see.
Yeah, as for this, you know what? If it was the original Godfather, the first Godfather, I'd probably go with the Godfather, but on this one, I'll actually go with RoboCop.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob.
And I'll just make people say, what the heck, and go with RoboCop.
Ooh, all right. So it'll be RoboCop over Godfather.
No, because RoboCop people love, so.
And with that, I'm really sorry. I sent the link to Malcolm. I am not feeling good. But before the stream, the reason I left, you can see in the private chat, and I feel it again. So I'm gonna hop off. Malcolm has shared the bracket, and he has.
Yo, take care, Drew.
Up to date. So
all right.
I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, take care, man.
And I
It's
will
all good.
speak to you guys later.
All right, feel better. All right,
yeah.
so let's share this one.
Oh, okay.
There we go. It's still there.
No spoilers, huh?
Yeah. but
Rick.
Jacob was there.
Oh, so I thought I was the only one that likes the young adult.
Well, Jacob was there just in time to get RoboCop in there, so I appreciate that. No, so
Cool, it's
but
early,
we got
Jacob.
Sideways
One run early.
versus Young Adult. Ooh.
Hmm.
All right, and I believe we're back to JPO. So
Yeah. Damn, I wanted to think about this one for a second too. Yeah, because again, this is pretty on par. I dig both of these here. Both adult dramas for you, if you will. Charlize Theron, kind of a piece of shit, but a really fun piece of shit to watch. Oswald's great, but yeah, this is my boy. I'm gonna go with Sideways though, because it's my boy Paul Giamatti's coming out party, man. As far as like being I think a leading man in a way too, because I think I always thought something special was in him, and I was glad that this was able to kind of give him a little bit more of a boost. Got snubbed for that Oscar, but I won't snub you here, Paul. Sideways.
yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, man, I was surprised. I thought I'd be the only one that would have like young adult in their top, like 128. That's surprising to me. I like young adult a lot. Yeah, it's I think maybe the good term for it is she's a train wreck. Not the Amy Schumer train wreck, but she's a train wreck. Yeah, she's not like not most not a likable person, but you kind of feel bad for it in a little way. So I'm going to shut my door soon. Anyway, and then, but yeah, Sideways is really fun. It's fun too. It's sort of probably just outside my 128. I do find it really good though. Yeah. Just because I still think it's underrated, I will go young adult, but I almost want to go Sideways because young adult doesn't have Thomas Hayden Church running naked out of a house. But I'll go young adult.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
So apparently, a lot of Stevens movies I just haven't seen. But so just like a good Karen, I like a Ryan. So Sideways.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Chelsea Green.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, which one are you gonna go for?
So I think Young Adult might have been in my top 64 last year, and Sideways wasn't. But despite that, I'm going to give it to Sideways because I think, I don't know if I would say the movie's grown on me, but I guess I just think about it a little more now. Even though I do love, obviously, Young Adult. I think I love Charlize Theron's performance. She really goes for it. And Patton Oswalt is great too. But I'm going to go with Sideways.
Yeah. Well, I've seen both of these movies. I came into Young Adult just like 2 weeks ago for the first time, and the movie's really good. Charlize Theron is my favorite actress working today, but the movie I thought was good. I mean, I'm not putting it in any all-time list for me, but Sideways, I maybe would like that movie. It's a lot of fun, especially Thomas Hayden Church just kind of causing chaos and just like showing up to the hotel room naked and just like all the crazy stuff that goes on, and then Paul Giamatti being like a wine snob and just I don't know, just that's fun. And even Sandra Oh, I think she gives a great performance in it too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Sideways. So it sounds like it's gonna be Sideways.
Yep.
All right. So what we got here. Wrath of Khan versus Adaptation. Ooh. Which, to be fair, Adaptation would have been the next movie I would have watched if I had time. I just ran out of time.
No.
So I haven't seen it, but
Damn it.
but Richie, you'll be up first. So
I'm not even gonna lie, like just because of the color scheme, I genuinely thought for a minute there that Wrath of Khan was Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It's the same color scheme per person. Which I'm like, is this Stephen's hot take? Because I totally, unironically might put that in my top 128. That movie's nuts.
Hard Ticket to Vulcan or whatever.
But yeah, Wrath of Khan's good. But yeah, I'm a big advocate for adaptation. I like Charlie Kaufman's work, and yeah, I like the story behind it. Yeah, I think I told it before, but yeah, he was assigned to do a different movie, but he couldn't adapt the book, so he just went meta and he did a movie about how hard it was to adapt how impossible it was to adapt this certain book to screen, and obviously a fake his fake brother literally got an Oscar nomination. That's pretty funny. And Nicholas, if you're Nicolas Cage, an actor, watch this movie. He's really good. So yeah, Wrath of Khan is good. I'm not a huge Trekkie though, so I'll go adaptation.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I would say if it was Hard Ticket to Hawaii, it would have been an easy vote for me because I would have gone that over adaptation any day. But yeah, the Star Trek movies are a big blind spot for me. Like I've seen a handful of them. I definitely haven't seen Wrath of Khan, so I'm going to go adaptation.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you got?
Don't forget, give me.
No, I know. I just unmuted myself. I love adaptation, but I'm not voting against Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
I mean, Wrath of Khan's in my top 20, so Wrath of Khan.
Yeah. That's fair. And yeah, I almost watched Adaptation, but I didn't have enough time. So because I do love me some kind of crazy Nick Cage over the top, but I just haven't seen it, so I can't really judge fairly. So I got to go with Wrath of Khan, which as far as the original Star Trek movies have gone, I haven't seen all of them. I've seen 3 of the original ones, and that's the best one. So I'll go Wrath of Khan. JPO?
Khan, you're destroying everyone's dreams again, Khan. Wrath of Khan's pretty cool, man. Montalban, but yeah, I'm a huge Shirley Kaufman fan here. Shout out to his fake brother Donald, who got that Oscar nom. I think it's a great, unique film here, man. I love me some good Kaufman scripts, so adaptation.
Yeah. So
I think
it'd be adaptation.
Is it? Yeah. Okay, it would be. Yeah. There's no ties. I forgot James Money.
Yeah, there won't be any more ties.
It's called math, Richie.
Math. I was never good at math. Okay.
I sent a last minute things to Austin if he wants to come back, but he's probably sleeping. So.
Yeah.
But,
I assume so.
Yeah, but we got her versus Raiders, the Lost Ark. So this will be interesting. Malcolm, you're up first. So.
Yep, it's a tough matchup, so of course I'm up first.
Yeah, of course.
Look, I love the Indiana Jones movies. I really do. But her doesn't come up a lot, so I'm going to go her.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think here?
I do love her, and I get the argument that it doesn't come up a lot. Maybe if I hated having to leave out The Last Crusade out of my top 128, but it's just cut. Because I had a list of like 200 movies that I had to somehow whittle down to just 128. So I had to do some hard cuts. And unfortunately, Last Crusade was one of them. So, yeah, I can't vote against Indiana Jones, so I'm going to go with Raiders.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing like a movie fights battles where we take a bunch of us and we each do like 12 or 13 of movies that just missed our 128. Like what would have been the very next one. So that might be something that's coming up. But yeah, I kind of like Malcolm's point. Like it's a simple one, but I mean, her doesn't come up much, and Raiders comes up a lot. And these are pretty close for me. Like Raiders is my favorite Indiana Jones movie, and I do like it better, but I just want to show some love to her because I've seen it twice, and it's really, really good. It's one that just kind of hits you, and then like at one point you're like, what the F is even happening here? Like, but like in a good way though. Like, so I'll vote for her. I think Joaquin Phoenix and even Scarlett Johansson just being a voice is great. So yeah. JPO, you think?
I thought I was gonna be the one to anger people and vote for her, but I'm glad other people are with it. So
Yeah.
I will totally jump on that bandwagon. Raiders. Yeah, not to knock that in any means of any way, but I really dug her, man. It's the last Spike Jones film we've got. I think he's also a very interesting filmmaker. Chris Pratt's a side character, and yeah, I just think it's a really unique tale of just trying to find someone and just falling in love, and even if it's with a voice, her.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, as you probably worked out, I mean, I've told him multiple times, Indiana Jones is a blind spot. I probably should get around to it before the Dial of Destiny, but I just
Yeah.
I don't know why they just haven't. I think I've seen like the ending of one of them. Can't remember because I was on TV.
Some big blind spots. Yeah.
But but her's great. I think it's kind of been underrated at this point. I think it's really it's really good. So yeah, I will also go her.
Ooh, all right. So it'll be her over Raider. That could be an upset, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be 4-1 anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, Apollo 13 versus The Walk. I actually kind of like this matchup. So, Stephen, you're up first. So what do you got here?
The Walk is not one of them. It is the best 3D experience I ever had. Like watching that movie in IMAX 3D, like the last half hour, especially for someone like me who has a fear of heights. It's like, because Avatar was great, was a great 3D experience, and Gravity was as well. But The Walk, hands down, the best for me. And I'm going to go with The Walk, even though I do obviously love Apollo 13. It's probably Ron Howard's funny achievement.
What are you Googling? What are you Googling there?
Damn it, Richie. I was really hoping he'd go to Pornhub and we'd be like,
like, whoa.
I didn't realize I'd shared the screen and not the thing in tab.
Well, you could always switch it out if you want to.
It's fine. It takes that time to switch things.
These are very close. I won't be mad no matter which one wins. Because, I guess no matter which movie and all of this ones, I guess since they're all favorites of mine. but yeah, I'm going to go with The Walk.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if it would have been great if it went to Pornhub. This video gets flagged immediately. But yeah, I think that The Walk. Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters because I really dug all the trailers. I wanted to see it in 3D and it was great. Like it's a really cool experience, the way that it's shot and everything. I really dug it. But Apollo 13 it is just great. It might be my favorite Ron Howard movie. Like it's just really good, and the cast too. I mean, besides Hanks, you got Ed Harris, you got Kevin Bacon in there, you got Gary Sinise, and it's got a great score to it too. Houston, we have a problem. That's like an iconic line now. So yeah, I think I got to go Apollo 13 here. JPO.
Yeah, interesting one here. I could see why The Walk was elevated by Stephen if you saw it in a big screen in IMAX. I didn't. It's something I kind of got to on video later, even with a nice TV. So I do like it. I don't even mind the kind of the build up to it, even though definitely the most climatic part is obviously that last 30 minutes. But yeah, I got to go with Apollo 13 here. It's definitely the film I would go back to more, that I was attached to a little bit more.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
just want to say, not everything on Pornhub is porn. But my friend Dalton he did his comedy special, like he filmed the comedy festival hour thing, and because he called it Cum Balloon, so he put it on Pornhub. So that's
Wow.
an hour of comedy probably on there if you want.
Nice.
Anyway, but yeah, I haven't seen The Walk, and I regret like maybe not checking it out in theaters, because maybe I'd have the same experience Stephen did. That kind of immersive experience. But yeah, I think Apollo 13 is great. It's sort of iconic. Yeah, it's one that I'd probably go back to Apollo 13 more than if I watched The Walk the first time. So it's more my thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Apollo 13.
Yeah, for some reason, like the only time I ever get vertigo is when I'm standing up and I look up. I don't know what it is. I get like a tingling sensation. I feel like I'm gonna like fall over or something. That's kind of weird. But like looking straight down over like something like that doesn't really bother me. But Malcolm, what do you think?
So both these are really close to me. But just because it's just a little bit higher for me as Apollo 13.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be Apollo 13. So probably because more people have seen it. So, but let's see what we got next.
Up.
I see up. Yeah. Now scroll down. Oh, the American President. All right.
President.
Interesting matchup. And I believe it's me first. And yeah, so the American President was the one movie that I watched for this. So I actually have seen it because I wanted to kill two birds with one stone, because we got Martin Sheen, the Family Feud matchup, Martin Sheen versus Charlie Sheen versus Emilio, and that was killing two birds with one stone right there. So, and I was actually surprised how much I enjoyed this movie. I think I did my new thing is that I gotta go in with very low expectations for every movie that I see. Just think this movie is not gonna be for me. I'm gonna hate this movie, and I end up liking it. So that's how it's been for me. Like every time that I do that, and yeah, the movie's really great. I think that Michael Douglas, like he's got really well written dialogue, and the way that he delivers it too is just like he has like the good presidential like the vibe to him, but then he also is funny and like has some pretty witty lines too that I dug in. It's got Michael J. Fox in it, and that's my favorite actor of all time. He's not doing like anything real significant, but but he is in it, and yeah, I think Up is good for the first 10 minutes. I think it's still good after that, but it's significantly less good. So I'll vote for the American President. So JPO.
I gotta give my love to Up, man. And I've said in debates before that, like, listen, people always say that the beginning's the best part. Well, when your opening sequence is an 11 out of 10, and the rest of your movie is just an 8 or a 9 out of 10, I'm still cool with it, man. I absolutely love Up. I'm gonna go with Up.
Yeah, sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen The American President. I think I probably like it, so hopefully I get around to it eventually. But yeah, I mean, I sort of, as much as the argument, I do, I am with the consensus that either the first 10 minutes of Up are really good, and then it doesn't sort of reach that level, but it's still a decent movie. It's not like it completely falls off the it completely goes off the rails here. So, and it's still a good movie. So I'll go Up.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I also haven't seen The American President. I'm also not American, so I'm not eligible to vote for the American president, so I'm going to vote Up.
Yeah, I didn't really expect the two people who aren't from America to have seen it. But
you're on fire today, yeah. You're on fire today, Malcolm. I'll book you a comedy spot if you want. I'll do it. Yeah,
Will you pay for flights?
Yeah.
yeah, dude, yeah. All right. If you're funny, you probably be funny. You're gonna be.
He'll call the Chuckle Hut over in New Zealand.
The Chuckle Hut, yeah.
They'll get you on over there, but
You're going to be
Steven?
opening for John Mulaney. No pressure.
Yeah. What do you think here, Steven?
You know what? It sounds like Up won this, so I'll give my vote to the American President. It's my favorite movie from both Rob Reiner and Aaron Sorkin. And, you know, you mentioned Michael Douglas, and he's great in it. But this is probably my favorite Annette Bening performance. And so, yeah, I'll go with the American President. And I think all of Up is a 10 out of 10 personally, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, makes sense. I didn't know that it was Aaron Sorkin from The American President, so that makes sense that the dialogue's good. Yeah.
So Up moves on.
Yeah. All right. And it'll be JPO first.
Damn. I've been meaning to watch Malcolm X or like from beginning to end, really straightforward. 'Cause I know I've seen scenes and whatnot, so I can't rightfully vote for it yet. I do love me some Groundhog Day though. Here we've seen so many kind of takes on action oriented comedies, and this is the OG right here. So Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't got around to seeing all of Malcolm X either. I'm feeling this as weird as to say most. I've seen bits of it. And Groundhog Day I came to it late, but I watched it a few years ago, and yeah, it's great. I have a lot of fun with it, and it's fun. One I ironically go back to because it's Groundhog a lot. So yeah, I will go Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Malcolm?
So I have not seen Malcolm X.
Oh, you haven't seen the one named after you?
No. So I'm going to go Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think?
Okay, even though Malcolm X is ranked higher and I think it's probably the better movie, I'm glad it looks like Groundhog Day is moving on. And I think Denzel Washington gives one of the great all-time performances in it, and it's Spike Lee's best movie, so I'll go with Malcolm X.
Yeah. Well, Steven, I'll just tell you, watch that first step. It's a doozy. Like,
I was
walking there. Watch out for
Groundhog Day, since Groundhog Day is in 2 days from now.
Yeah, that is true. So that makes sense. It's kind of timely, and I've also never seen Malcolm X, so I don't think really most of us have seen it. But there's one I considered watching, but then I saw it was like over 3 hours, and I'm like, maybe I don't have time for that. So
I think it's like 3.5 hours actually.
Yeah, it's pretty long. So I'm gonna go with Groundhog Day because it's great. So Groundhog Day. Got 3 billboards. Against Heart and Souls, which I think is like a Robert Downey Jr. movie. I don't know much about it, but Richie, you'll be up first.
Yeah, I haven't seen Heart and Souls. I think it's come up here once before, maybe on Stephen's thing before. That's probably where we talked about it. Yeah, I haven't got around to it. I might get around to it, like Robert Downey Jr. But 3 billboards blew me away. I think it's amazing. Yeah, it's just a great story. One I really want to actually watch again. I might do that soon. Yeah, all the performances were great. Frances McDormand deserved her flowers here. Sam Rockwell's amazing. Woody Harrelson's good. Yeah, I think everybody just brings it to another level, and I think it'll deserve it for all that. So I'll go 3 billboards.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
JP, is all that loud noise at your end? There's a lot of background noise.
If it's animals, no, but I'll mute just again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I was just wondering. That's all. But anyway, you would think with it being brought up in Rankin and Robert Downey Jr. would have seen Heart and Souls by now, but I haven't. So go 3 billboards.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think?
I don't think it was brought up on Rankum because if I remember correctly, I think I mentioned it in the live chat because I remember watching it live, but I don't think I thought anyone saw it.
No, I think it came up, but no one had seen it so it didn't make the list as well. I don't know. It's been ages since that Rankin.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one breaks my heart because Billboard is
Yeah,
great.
your heart and soul.
This movie.
Yeah.
Traveler.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. It was in my top 64, so that's probably where you saw it. You brought up. Much as I love 3 billboards, I'm gonna go with Heart and Souls, even though looks like no one's even seen it.
Yep. And you would be correct about that because I have not seen it. And yeah, it looks interesting from the cast. I mean, Keira Sedgwick and Robert Downey Jr. And then you throw in Charles Grodin, so even Alfred Woodard. Yeah, but I just haven't seen it. And 3 Billboards is a banger. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's not one I like ran out to see in theaters, which I kind of wish that I had because, man, like when I saw it, I was like, man, this movie is just amazing performances all around, from like Sam Rockwell to Woody Harrelson and now I'm spacing on the lead actress, but she's great in it too. But yeah, Frances McDormand. There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so I got to give it to 3 Billboards. Yeah. JPO.
Muted. Oh, I know you're looking. You're looking. I know.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm thinking. God damn it, Richie, off my nutsack, Richie.
You're looking.
I just got so much love for 3 billboards. I definitely got to go there, man. I thought it was a great tale. I know there's some problems some people feel with that ending here, but even that I'm not too against it. Just the performances outweigh anything bad that movie has. So 3 billboards.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 3 Billboards since nobody's seen Heart and Soul except Steven.
And that also didn't help Heart and Soul's chances.
Yeah. No, but we got that Endgame. I think it's Endgame up against.
It is Endgame.
Rachel getting married. Okay. Which at this point I'm saying let's just put through Endgame, but we can go.
Well, okay. I mean, discussion. I mean, I think on the favorite movies, just you get Steven to talk about it.
Yeah, you could do that. So I think Malcolm, you're up first. So
yeah, I haven't seen Rachel getting married, so Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, Steven.
I have Rachel getting married ranked higher. Even though Avengers Endgame is in my top 20-25 as well. I just think I thought Rachel getting married is amazing and heartbreaking, and I think even though no disrespect to Kate Winslet, who is great in The Reader, but Anne Hathaway was robbed. She should have won the Oscar for this instead of Les Mis.
Okay. Wow, that's a bold statement. So I guess I need to go see it because it seems like maybe it might be one of those kind of like ones that went under the radar for a lot of people. So now it's on my radar. So I gotta go check it out. So I'll add it to my I haven't seen list. I got a whole list on my note app here on my phone. But yeah, Endgame is just awesome. Like I'm in the camp where I actually like Endgame better than Infinity War. I just like the way that they all come together, like in the way that they do along on the battlefield, and I don't mind any of the time travel stuff. It doesn't really bother me because I'm not concerned about how they figured it out in like a day. I'm more concerned about like how they execute it, which I think is a lot of fun on the stuff that they do once they go back in time. So so I am going to vote for Endgame. GPO.
Let's see, the movie that cost billions of dollars and the movie that they use like one handheld camera for. Yeah, I love you, Stephen, but I could not get into Rachel getting married. It's a slice of life movie, but more interesting happens. Things interesting happen in my actual life to actually watch this again. It was kind of very ho hum for me, very ho hum. And Endgames is a great final closing chapter. We say goodbye to some of our heroes, so let's go Endgame.
Yeah, JPO going to work might be maybe a more interesting
I
slice of life
can
there.
see why people like her in it. She is kind of different, but the rest of it, it was too by the numbers.
Yeah, but
Rosamund Went was great in it too, and she should have gotten a nominated.
Well, yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I like sort of Malcolm X. I've seen bits and pieces of Rachel getting married, but I never actually sat down and watched the whole movie. So I can't really comment too much. But yeah, I'm more of an Infinity War person than Endgame, but Endgame is still good, so I'll go Endgame.
Yeah, and then it'll be Endgame. Yeah, with almost a clean sweep. But we got Nightmare 3: Dream Warriors against Reservoir Dogs. Here we go. This is a good matchup. So it'll be Stephen first.
Reservoir Dogs, but I mean, I just met the cast early, like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, which is cool.
Including Robert Englund. So I got to go with Dream Warriors.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And for me, like, I have a little bit of a hot take. Like, I think Reservoir Dogs is good, but it's just too dialogue heavy for me, to where it falls like pretty low. I'm like one of my lowest out of Tarantino movies. But I mean, that's still not saying a lot because all of Tarantino movies are great, but Reservoir Dogs is just one that just didn't resonate as well. It's just not as much going on for me to really get into it like the others. But on the Dream Warriors, there's a lot going on, and it's great. They got some really creative kills. They got people having like near superpowers, and yeah, just the way that everything's done is very creative, and yeah, I really dig it. It's one of the best Elm Street movies, so I'll go with Nightmare 3. JPO?
No knock against the Freddy series. This is one of the better ones here, but I don't think my favorite Freddy can defeat even my least favorite Tarantino. And this is not my least favorite Tarantino, so I'm going to go with Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie, what do you think?
I have had time to think, and I still don't know where I'm going to land. But we'll see what happens. Let's just see what comes out. And Reservoir Dogs it's great, phenomenal. Quentin Tarantino, one of my favorite directors. And I meant like the Dream Warriors is one of my it's not my favorite Elm Street, but it's up there. But maybe I just like the bit of film, maybe just by a hair, is Reservoir Dogs. So I'll go Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
I surprised myself.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs is really low on my Tarantino ranking. And Nightmare Dream Warriors is probably up there with my favorite Nightmare Elm Street. So Nightmare Elm Street Dream Warriors is my vote.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Moving on. All right. Beating out Tarantino. River and the Aviator.
Ooh.
So this time it's me first, which is kind of fitting because I haven't seen either one of these, and I've heard that they're both really good, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Mystic River, like I was debating, like I had a short list of about 4 movies I wanted to try to watch, but I just didn't have that much time between work and other prep I was doing for stuff, so I didn't get to it. And I just heard that the Aviator is good, but it's really long, and I don't know what the runtime is for Mystic River, but I'll still vote for it because I think it's come a little more highly recommended than Aviator. So I'll probably watch Mystic River before I watch Aviator. So I'll go Mystic River. JPO?
Yeah, this is how depressing Mystic River is. Aviator is kind of a bring me upper after you've seen it.
Wow.
And that movie ends sad too. This is a tough one. They're both really good here, man. Leo's one of the best actors of our generation, But Mystic River, I think it's gonna get my vote. I think it's the one that just it hooked me more, man. It really hooked me just that much more. Heartbreaking, but you can't look away. Mystic River.
Yeah. I'm good. Richie?
Yeah, Aviator is great. Yeah, Mystic River. I think it's a great mystery. Great crime mystery here. And I guess just I was going back and forth this, but again, just because of my weird, I think Tim Robbins is underrated, and he's in Mystic River.
Yeah.
So, Mystic River.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Mystic River, but just quickly looked at the one time. So Mystic River's 2 hours 17, Aviator's 2 hours 49. So there is actually not too much in between for the running time. But that being said, I think The Aviator is one of Scorsese's most underrated movies. So I'm going to go The Aviator.
Sounds good. And Stephen, what do you think?
This is The Aviator is the movie DiCaprio should have won the Oscar for. If I remember correctly, I think that was the year Jimmy Fox won for Wolf, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Jimmy Fox was great. I would have personally gone with DiCaprio over him. I don't know if I would say it's Scorsese's most underrated because I always thought Bringing Out the Dead. I can't remember if that's in my 128 or not. It's probably his most underrated to me.
Yeah. So which one are you voting for?
What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. Thought you already voted. I didn't hear that.
I'll go with The Aviator just barely. I mean, Mystic River is Clint Eastwood's second best movie, and The Aviator is, I don't know, is up there for me for Scorsese. I will go just slightly for The Aviator.
Yeah. So what are the votes at? I think I missed some of them now.
Steven said Aviator, I said Aviator.
I said Mystic River.
Richie said Mystic River. JPO, what did you say?
No, I was a Mystic River guy.
Yeah.
So Mystic River.
Yeah, so it's Mystic River. All right. Cool.
And
all
that's
right.
the last one from that side.
Last one over there. Cool. Actually, doing pretty good on time, so.
Yeah.
You only got 5 too, so that helps. No Country for Old Men versus Casablanca. I was gonna text him Chris Scott.
One movie that Chris Scott absolutely hates for some reason. One movie he
Yeah. This would have been a perfect matchup for him. Like knowing him, he would have been like the worst movie of all time versus the best movie of all time. That would have been literally what he would say. So, and it's JPO first. So, what do you think?
I was making sure I was muted. Oh boy, here, man. What do you go with? One of the more modern-ish classics, or just maybe the classic, man? I'm gonna go Casablanca.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, this is tough. It's both been really tough. Just to make things interesting, I got No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Casablanca, but Chris Scott hurt myself his hot take on the menu, so I'm gonna go No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
What's his hot take on the menu? What does he say on the menu? This is kind of
the menu and also on Uncut Gems too. Though he did both. Yeah. He
hated the menu.
I mean, he just really did not like the menu. I think he gave it 1 out of 5.
We're gonna have some words. Some polite words.
Yeah, serious. But Stephen, what do you think here?
I don't have a lot of old movies or classics on here. I think I only have a couple of them. So just to keep it alive, I'll go with Casablanca.
Yeah. And for me, so growing up with Chris Scott, we had a whole thing where he like sat me down and like, you gotta watch this movie. And afterwards I'm like, it was fine. It didn't blow me away or anything, but it was all right. I'm just not as big of a classic movie guy, and I would actually vote for No Country for Old Men. I'd flip a coin and it would land on No Country for Old Men. So every time. So I believe it's No Country, right?
No Country Old Men.
Ooh. All right.
Right, so okay, I mean at World's End up against The Departed.
Ooh. All right. This time it'll be Richie first.
Cool. It's a bit easier, but I mean, everyone's end is pretty good. But my favorite's the first one. Nothing tops the first one. The Departed, I love. I think it's yeah. I feel like it's become underappreciated as far as Scorsese's filmography. But yeah, I think it still holds up. I think it's a banger. Everyone brings it. Like I said, it is interesting. Out of all the actors that deliver the great performances, Mark Wahlberg got the nomination out of everybody, which is interesting. But yeah, and he's good. But yeah, I just found it interesting. Everything works here. It's a great remake. A remake of Federal Affairs. Great remake. Great performances. Great soundtrack. Shipping Up to Boston by the Dropkick Murphys work is really a really cool song that works here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go to The Departed.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm really hoping the first two Pirates of the Caribbean movies are in here because At World's End is probably my least favorite out of the first three movies. So I'm going to go The Departed.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think?
Not. This is the only one that's on here.
No, really?
I've got multiple on mine.
This is tough. Because although I love the whole movie, I especially love like the last 45 minutes of At World's End. But I was gonna ask what the votes are, but I know you guys never do that. So
yeah.
I'll go since I'll go with At World's End.
Oh, all right. Well, for me, like The Departed's kind of lower on my Scorsese list. I mean, I think it's good. It's got great performances. Maybe Jack Nicholson should have been one to get nominated over Mark Wahlberg, maybe. But I don't know. Like Mark Wahlberg was the one that won of all those guys. It's kind of interesting to me that. But I'm a big Pirates fan. Like I think it like all the movies have some of the best scores of like in cinema and one of the best characters with Jack Sparrow. It's like one of Johnny Depp's best, and I really like At World's End. I like when they get to Singapore and they're like sneaking around through the water and like trying to go after these pirates over in Asia and yeah, the last 45 minutes, like you said, is really good. So yeah, I'll vote At World's End. JPO.
I don't mind the Pirates films here, even the later ones. They're still definitely fun to be had. I'm not sure if you heard me. My mic was down a little bit. But Pirates are fun. But yeah, Departed is one of my favorites for Scorsese. It is top 5, if not even my number 1. I loved it. So Departed.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be Departed, yeah.
Yeah. Dark Knight Rises up against Arrival.
Oh!
Well,
I hate
down the Denis Villeneuve hate for Austin here. Yeah, but no, he doesn't hate him. He just hates a couple of his movies a lot. But
like this one.
Yeah, yep, like this one. But you're up first, Steven, so you got.
It's funny. These are actually the two. These are both in my top 10 of all time. I love both of these movies that much, and they're my favorite movies definitely from the last the 21st century, from 2000 on. The Dark Knight Rises is my favorite comic book movie, but I gotta go with Arrival.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I can't go with Arrival. I just like this movie put me to sleep. I just didn't I don't know, like it's just too like pretentious for me in a movie that shouldn't be that way. There's no reason for it to be that way. Like it just I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. I mean, I think they could have done a lot more than just having them go up to the window like that. But I don't know. That's how it went. And The Dark Knight Rises. It's my third favorite of the Nolan trilogy, but I'd say third favorite. I don't say least favorite because it's still great. And even though Bane is kind of like a very interesting character, I mean, you love him or you hate him, kind of. But I think that he's great, and I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. And yeah, I think that it's a good movie. So The Dark Knight Rises. So JPO.
Oh boy, here, yeah. No, I do like Arrival. I'll defend Arrival a little bit. But yeah, it's the Dark Knight. No, I was going to go Dark Knight Rises. It's not the Dark Knight for me, but I think it is a fine enough closing chapter here, with still some great moments in it as well, and it's definitely something I would revisit a lot more than Arrival.
Yeah, I'm good. Richie, what do you think?
Both these movies are in 128. They're great, but I think Dark Knight Rises got a lot of hate when it came out. I did not get that. I think it was a fun movie. It was a great movie. All great performances here. But I'm going to take the opportunity because Austin's not here. I'm going to go Arrival.
Ooh, all right. So I think it's going to be Arrival, right? Is that
Hey,
right?
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, you haven't yet. Oh, all right. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. All right.
And
Well,
it's currently tied, so it's all on me.
yeah, it's tied. Yeah. Okay. It's up to you then.
Yeah. So yeah, I do like The Dark Knight Rises. I do think it's good, but I just love Arrival a little bit more. So I'm going to go Arrival.
Ooh, so it will be Arrival. All right. I won't call it an upset. Me and Austin are just haters.
Pulp Fiction and Heat.
Ooh, Pulp Fiction and Heat. That's a good matchup. So this time it'll be me first, and yeah, for me, Pulp Fiction is Tarantino's masterpiece. For me, if I were to pick one, if I could only put the word masterpiece on one Tarantino movie, it would be Pulp Fiction for me. And I think there's a reason why it's a big favorite on tournament fights. And Heat, I think that it has like the best bank heist scene, one of the greatest pure action scenes in the movie, but the rest of it doesn't do a lot for me. It just, I don't know. So I'm gonna go Pulp Fiction. So you?
JPO.
Oh no, I was really thinking hard that time because I love these movies. Actually, really do love these movies. That sounded sarcastic, but I really do love these movies.
I love these movies. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, what a banger! Heat and Pulp Fiction are. But no, but I gotta go again. Just with the dialogue, with the performances here, the one that stands out as an all-timer for me is Pulp Fiction, a little bit more than Heat. So Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I know Pulp Fiction comes up here a lot, but there's a reason for that. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and I came to it late. I think I said this like when the theaters opened back up here briefly. Like a couple years ago, 2020. There weren't a lot of movies coming out, so they just played old movies. So they played they were playing Pulp Fiction. I hadn't seen it, so I took the opportunity. One of the best cinema experiences I've ever had. It was amazing. And Heat's good, but yeah, I don't like it as much as a lot of other people, but I'll go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I do really love Pulp Fiction, and it looks like Uma Thurman's feeling the heat in this matchup. But I was going to do the logic that Pulp Fiction does come up a lot, and Heat is a really good movie too. So it's moving on. So Heat.
Yeah, it looks like Stephen almost made it home or is home.
Well, where are you, Stephen?
Yeah,
I'm
inside
actually, no, I'm actually in a grocery store right now.
Oh, okay, you're in a grocery store. I was hoping you made it home. But what do you think here for Pulp Fiction and Heat?
Well, it sounds like Pulp Fiction's going on anyway, so I'll give it to.
Yeah, sounds good. So it'll still be Pulp Fiction, but yeah, pretty close. So
AI.
AI Artificial
Seven.
Intelligence 7.
7. All right, both kind of dark movies. So and it'll be JPO first. So Jordan.
Alrighty. It's been a while. Another one AI haven't been gone back to too much here. I enjoyed elements of it here, but 7 is also one of my favorites here. None of Brad Pitt when we sang the praises of the other day, so I got to go 7.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I've seen AI once. I remember thinking it was I was just a bit disappointed because I'm a huge Spielberg guy, and this is what sort of one of his lesser ones. I remember being quite bored by it, which is sort of disappointing. But yeah, David Fincher is one of my favorite directors, and 7 is one of the reasons why it's an amazing, great film. So I go 7.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, this is easy for me. AI is one of my least favorite Spielberg, so I just didn't drive with it, and I do like a lot of science fiction movies, so I'm going to go 7.
Stephen.
Once again, I'll go with the one that's losing, and I'll go with AI.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen AI. It's one that like on paper it kind of looks like one I would maybe dig and like, but from what everyone tells me, they're like no, like AI sucks. Like you wouldn't like it, but and
Chris dropped it, by the way.
7. Yeah. So I told Chris he could jump on if he wanted to. He just got off of work, but Chris, you missed your favorite matchup, Casablanca.
I heard Casablanca Kid. Casablanca lost to one of the greatest movies ever
countries.
made. Absolutely, yeah.
So one of the greatest movies. Yeah, you're right. but yeah, here. Well, just real quick, I was just getting about to vote for 7 because it's awesome and AI sucks.
So I remember seeing AI in theaters, and I remember just hating it. And I think I've since tried to revisit it, and it just was not good. One of the movies that is surprising me that everyone talked about on this show, and I know it's not part of this, so I'll make it really short. But the movie Shutter Island, and I'm loving it. Like right now, I'm probably like 20 minutes from the end. So like the whole development of the character is phenomenal. But between these two movies, 7 is freaking incredible. The twist in that movie is solid, and the juxtaposition between those two characters is spot on. So I'm going to go with 7.
Yeah, well, like what Austin kind of said in our private chat, because you give Shutter Island a second chance. It's like movies never change, but you might change, and maybe you end up liking something you didn't before.
I think so.
Yeah. So, but we got Who Framed Roger Rabbit up against Die Hard 2,
the best Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe is it me first? I think it's me, right? Yeah. Well, out of these two, I'm not a huge Die Hard fan. I'm just kind of like, huge Die Hard 2 fan. I am a huge Die Hard fan, but for Die Hard 2, I think it's good, but it's just one of the lower ones. I even prefer the third Die Hard with a Vengeance a little more. But Who Framed Roger Rabbit is an all-timer. Just the way they brought all the different properties together, the way they blended the live action and the animation. If you watch the behind the scenes, there might even be like a documentary on it. I'm not sure, but there's definitely some solid behind the scenes stuff where like you see the work that went into this thing, which is just crazy. So yeah, I'll go Who Framed Roger Rabbit. But Chris, what do you think here?
Between those two, it's hard because I like both of these movies, but I'm gonna have to go with Die Hard 2. I feel like it doesn't get quite enough love, and I think the whole series is solid. I know it's a hot take when it comes to the very last one, which I actually enjoy, but I'm going to go with Die Hard 2.
Yeah, there are defenders out there, some of those later ones, but JPO, what do you think? Jordan. For Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Die Hard 2 is fun. It's actually a decent enough sequel here to one of the greatest action movies of all time. But yeah, Roger Rabbit, I think, kind of ekes it out in some categories. So Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you say?
Yeah, Die Hard 2 it's pretty damn good, but yeah, I do like Die Hard with a Vengeance, and even, I mean, maybe one of the real ones I like, Die Hard, Live Free, Die Hard, maybe a little bit better, but Die Hard 2 is good. But I will, Roger Rabbit is great. I think it's a fantastic movie, so I'll go Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you think?
Well, Die Hard 2 didn't make the ranking list for action movies of the 90s, so I'm going to vote for Die Hard 2 here.
Yeah, I just missed it. I was on that one, yeah. But, Stephen?
We see Who Framed Roger Rabbit here from time to time. So, I mean, I guess we've seen Die Hard 2 a couple of times, but I don't think it often gets the love it deserves. So I'm going to go with Die Hard 2.
Ooh, so we have a tie now? I think
We do have a tie.
I know that for like Chris's first one here. So, and see, I think JPO had a tie. I don't think Richie.
I think it's me.
A tiebreaker, so that's to you.
Yeah, JPO had the first tie, so yeah, it'll be Richie too.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with Who Framed Roger Rabbit here.
Ooh, all right. Framed Roger Rabbit.
This is the true trap. I'm bummed about that. They're good movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're both sad. Jerry Maguire versus Toy Story, the OG. So, guess I'm going to be Chris first. So.
This is tough. Like, I love the Toy Story series. Guys, and how well can you hear me?
I can hear you pretty well. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm trying to modulate my voice so it doesn't, because I know I have a tendency to get kind of excited and my voice gets kind of loud.
You get a little loud, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm trying to moderate that. I have one earbud off so I can kind of hear how I sound.
Okay.
But Toy Story is such a good movie, but Jerry Maguire is phenomenal. The character development and everything else from sort of beginning to end is great. I'm going to go with Jerry Maguire here.
Yeah. JPO.
Show me the toy chest. Jerry Maguire is a good one here, man. Tom Cruise has absolutely got his charisma charm factor on to an 11 in this movie. But yeah, Toy Story, that nostalgia factor is hard to beat sometimes. I don't understand because it's such a unique world that they built here that we're still visiting to this day with 4 movies now. So I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, Jerry Maguire is good. It's good. There's nostalgia there, but Toy Story is one of the first films I ever watched in the theater. I just think it's phenomenal. It still holds up. The story is amazing. It's one of my favorite movies. One of the best. One of the best franchises ever. Like the fourth one dips a bit, but it's still a good movie. I mean, when your worst one's the fourth one, it's still a good movie. Yeah, that's something. You're doing something good. So I'll go Toy Story. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, what do you think?
First off, everyone likes to say how Toy Story's all this original ideas a thing. I rewatched Brave Little Toaster today, and both movies are basically very similar when you think about it, because they're both. So they're both appliances that they're both like try to find the owners again and all that. And there's a lot of similarities. If you haven't seen Brave Little Toaster, I recommend it. But I'm still going to vote for Toy Story here.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think here?
I'm a big Cameron Crowe guy, so I'm going to go with Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. And for me, Jerry Maguire is like the all-time catchphrase in a movie. It's like show me the money, or help me help you, or you had me at hello, or you complete me. Like just like so many lines that are like that. So like iconic kind of catchphrases people use and stuff. And and like it's really good, but I mean, going up against Toy Story. Toy Story is like the first Pixar movie, and it's great. It's a banger, and yeah, just right out of the gate, people were just watching these Pixar movies, and they were event movies. They weren't just like these little animated movies coming out. They were a huge event every time that they dropped one of these movies. So yeah, and they still hold up for the most part. So I'm gonna say Toy Story. So Toy Story. All right.
The Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. Okay.
Against Witness.
Okay, against Witness. All right. And it'll be Jordan first. JPO.
What's up? Gotta go Rocketeer. Because I seen it.
I first looked at the poster. I thought that was Iron Man for a second.
Yeah, it's very, very. I mean,
yeah,
it basically is, to be fair.
Yeah, right. But Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Witness. I think we did it might have been a ranking, but it was like Harrison Ford or something. There was Witness on there. I think we mentioned that. I can't remember. There was some show where I mentioned Witness. It's a good movie. Yeah, and Rocketeer comes up a lot. I watched it once, but I need to go back to it. So yeah, I think it's one of Harrison Ford's best performances. I think he rightfully got Oscar buzz. So I'm gonna go Witness.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I haven't seen Witness, so I'm going to go Rocketeer.
Yeah, and on this episode of Stephen Goes Grocery Shopping, we can see what he's going to get for groceries today. But what do you think for this movie?
I'll take some pizza, Stephen.
Or this matchup, I mean, Stephen.
I love The Rocketeer. It's also a pure nostalgia pick for me, although I think it's also a great movie. But I gotta go with Witness. I think that's one of Harrison Ford's best performances.
Are you at Costco or something?
No, I'm not a Wawa.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, you missed it all.
I don't even know if you guys even know what Wawa is, because I don't think anyone else has a Wawa.
Is it kind of like the
gas station? I went to it when me and Austin went on our road trip to Florida. We went there because they have really good sandwiches and hot food there. We went and got breakfast there. Yeah. So I've been watching episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. So speaking of the Rocketeer, Billy Campbell shows up in a really cool episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, where he plays this womanizing kind of captain of this freighter that they beam aboard the ship, and these two different sets of people are after him for doing crazy things. But for these two movies, I've never seen Witness, so I can't get a witness for this one because I've never seen it. So I gotta go with the Rocketeer because it's great, and I just love kind of I don't know, the almost old timey style, kind of I don't know. I almost want to say steampunk adjacent, kind of
it's World War II.
Yeah, it's World War II, but it's great though. So yeah, and based on a comic book, so the Rocketeer. Chris, what do you think?
This is tough. I mean, I feel like Witness is an amazing performance from Harrison Ford. I mean, The Rocketeer is great. The video game is a lot of fun, although ridiculously hard. But you know what? I'm going to have to give some love as well to Witness because Harrison Ford, of course, is phenomenal, but he just gives an incredible performance in here.
Yeah. So what are the votes at?
I think 3-3.
It was 4-2.
4-2. Okay. Yeah. To Witness.
All right. Well, I don't know if it's an upset because I've never seen Witness. So I can't speak on that.
Oh, is this your guilty pleasure, Stephen?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is the one I was thinking of. That might be the eye roller one. He-Man, the Master of the Universe versus the Dark Knight. So this time we go to Richie first.
All right. I mean, this is a pretty tough. Look, I understand why it would be a guilty pleasure, though. It's so dumb, it's good kind of thing. I'm not going to bust your balls that much.
Dolph Lundgren
I can understand why it's on here. Yeah, like it's fun for it is, but it's also a train wreck at that lost a lot of money for the studio. And Dark Knight is one of the best comic book movies of all time. So yeah, your Dark Knight comes up here a lot, but fuck it, Dark Knight.
Yeah. Malcolm?
But is Master of the Universe the alternate title of Flash Gordon? Because doesn't the theme song go Flash Gordon, Master of the Universe?
Almost. It's close.
But yeah, I haven't seen Master of the Universe. I actually don't know what it is. So I'm going to go Dark Knight.
You don't know the He-Man movie?
Yeah, do you know He-Man from the
I know
80s?
of He-Man. I just didn't know he was ever known as Master of the Universe.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the name of
He-Man, Master of the Universe.
show.
How do you not?
Yeah. Well, Malcolm grew up with G.I. Joes. As a kid, right?
Didn't either.
No.
He was a 90s guy, so Action Man. Action Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually did grow up with Action Man.
Yeah, I did too.
Nice.
Or tap your card.
Steven?
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, as a kid, I was obsessed with He-Man, and even though the movie isn't very faithful to the cartoon show, I still loved it. I still love it. Even though the Dark Knight is better, I'm gonna go with Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Can you ask yourself checkout what it would choose?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would go with Masters of the Universe, except for they have that freaking end credit scene where they say He-Man will return. I think that's what they say. It's either He-Man or it's Skeletor will return.
Yeah, look, there's a TV show on Netflix. There might be another film. He never said when you return.
Yeah, right. And like Howie would return. So yeah, maybe so. But for as far as a movie, he never returned. So screw that. I'm gonna vote for the Dark Knight. So Chris?
I'm gonna give Masters of the Universe some more love. Even if obviously it doesn't win against the Dark Knight. Because that's kind of a big heavy hitter a little bit. Slightly unfair advantage.
Like nostalgia maybe pick from the 80s.
And it's freaking Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren's a badass.
Yeah. Well, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got love out there, but not necessarily from me. So got to go with one of the greatest comic movies of all time, Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Wasn't
all time Master of the Universe, right?
Didn't Christian Harloff and Mark Riley try to do write a script on He-Man? Like they talk about that a lot. They tried to.
I think so. Yeah. They were like
and
a script or something. Yeah, I remember that.
But next up, we've got Minority Report and Silence of the Lambs.
All right. And I can't remember who's first. I think Malcolm.
I think it's Malcolm.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is easy for me. Minority Report is also really low down on my Spielberg rankings, and I just didn't drive with it a lot. I'm going to go Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think?
Minority Report is very high on my Spielberg rankings. I think I have it at like number 5. I love the Silence of the Lambs. I love Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter, but I'm going to go with Minority Report. It's my favorite. Tom Cruise movie too.
Yeah. For me, like Silence of the Lambs, like as far as the overall movie, just is like okay to me. Like it's just like a 50-50 like kind of a movie. Like it's right at like a 5. But
I don't think Silence of the Lambs got anything to do with cancer.
Yeah, right. No relation to that movie, but the performance though of Anthony Hopkins though, and some of the other performance, Buffalo Bill, like even Jodie Foster, like great performances though. I mean, it's just the overall movie just kind of is a little slow for me for my taste. But Minority Report is great. I love Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, and then I always shout out Peter Stormare in it too. He's great whenever he shows up. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Minority Report. But Chris, what do you think here?
I mean, I enjoyed Minority Report, but easy vote for me. South of the Lambs. I have a cool Criterion collection version of South of the Lambs.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I have the book. I want to read the book, but I just haven't ever done it yet. But JPO?
Minority Report's really cool. I dig it. But yeah, Silence of the Lambs. Oh God, do I love that one here, man. So Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I love Minority Report. I think, it's probably mid-tier Steven Spielberg for me, but like that kind of just speaks to Steven Spielberg's filmography and how great his films are. That it's mid-tier because this movie's still really good. But yeah, Silence of the Lambs is really, I don't know, one of it's a classic. One of the best performances here by Anthony Hopkins. So good that you forget that he's only in the movie for like 20 minutes. So he's not in the movie that very long. So I'm gonna go Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Silence. Silence of the Lambs. And Jaws. Okay. And this time it'll be Steven, you're up first. Between Antoine Fisher and Jaws.
Another one that hurts because I think Antoine Fisher is a really powerful movie. I haven't seen either of the other two movies that Denzel directed, but if they're even half as good as Antoine Fisher, that means they're great. Jaws is in my top 5, so I got to go with Jaws.
Yeah, I've never seen Antoine Fisher. It's never been one that's high on my radar to go see, but eventually want to watch every Denzel movie, so I'll watch it eventually. Like just certain actors where I just want to see their whole filmography, everything they've done. So, and then Jaws, like it's not one that I am like crazy about, like a lot of other people. Like I think it's good, but it doesn't like in that great territory for me yet. But I'm willing to give it some more rewatches and kind of try and appreciate it more. But even here, I haven't seen Antoine Fisher, so I'll vote for Jaws. Yeah. But Chris,
I've never seen Antoine Fisher at all. Apparently, it's available on Amazon Prime, so I may just have to check it out. But Jaws is phenomenal. I'm gonna go with Jaws.
Especially if a movie shows up in someone's 128 too. For me, that's like, well, that person loves it that much, so I mean, it's gotta be worth checking out. So
yeah.
But JPO, what do you think?
Yeah, I can't believe you guys are slacking on Antoine Fisher. I haven't seen it either, so I'm right there with you. So yeah, let's. So Jaws.
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, I'm in a consensus here. Haven't seen Antoine Fisher. I'm sorry, Antoine Fisher. I'm sure you're cool. I would like to see the movie. But I haven't yet. But Jaws is great. I came to it late. Again, some people sort of say old timer. I guess because I came to it late, I kind of don't have that opinion, but it's still very good. So I'll go Jaws.
Yeah, and shout out to Moose in the chat. He says, "Come on now, guys! Jaws is the original blockbuster. Lots of love for that movie. It started my lifelong obsession with sharks." Yeah, I think that's like a lot of like boys like are like really into sharks.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, but thanks for tuning in, Moose. But
thank you, Moose.
Malcolm, what do you think here?
Is Antoine Fisher the sequel to The Fisher King? But other than that, I haven't seen it.
Malcolm live at the Chuckle Hut once again.
But once again, I haven't seen it. I've seen Jaws, and just like Jordan, I'm not that high on Jaws, but I'm still going to vote for Jaws. So.
Yeah, kind of gets a pass here.
I think it's our first clean sweep, actually.
Oh wow, yeah.
I was going to go for Antoine Fisher because I didn't think he was going to win, but this is one of those times where I don't want to jinx Jaws because I think Jaws should go through. So I wasn't going to say, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jacob's not here anymore, but
well, Jaws should show up in like one of our like the anniversary, like the 100th or 200th episodes. Got to make one of those. So I feel like because it's that popular. But here we got True Lies versus Amistad. So, and it's me first. So I've only seen bits and pieces of Amistad. I've never seen it all the way through. I just remember Jaimon Hansu is where I was first introduced to him, like giving a really great performance. But I haven't really, seen it all the way through, so I got to go back and watch it. But yeah, True Lies is one of the best Arnold movies, and yeah, like it holds up really well, except for not having the Blu-ray. Not even a Blu-ray out there of True Lies, which we talked about a lot on here. But so get on that, James Cameron. But it's got to be a True Lies, yeah, for sure. Like it's great. So shout out Arnold and Jamie Lee. So Chris, what do you think?
Easy vote for me. I gotta go with True Lies, baby.
Yeah.
We need a Blu-ray before I die.
Yeah, right. And before you're dead, at least we got to get one. Yeah. But JPO?
It's hard one to say, to compare these two because Amistad really is a good, great flick actually. But yeah, I'm gonna ride the high with you guys here. True Lies is great here. I'm surprised they didn't jump a little sooner on a sequel bandwagon for that movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go True Lies.
Yeah. Well, Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, True Lies is one of my favorite action movies of all time. I love it. By the way, you saw on camera, right? I opened the door for the dog. The dogs are weird. I opened the door for the dog, and then she gets spooked and just jumps back on the bed. I'm like, what do you want? He makes signals. Anyway, then she just wanted to kiss. So there you go.
Your house is haunted. You let in some spirit, and the dog was spooked.
Yeah. Anyway, animals are weird. But yeah, in regards to this, I haven't actually checked out Amistad much, so I've seen bits and pieces again. But so yeah, True Lies all the way. I think it's a great film.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
So apparently some places reported that we are going to get a True Lies Blu-ray or 4K sometime soon.
Let's hope.
But I've seen both of these. I saw True Lies for the first time early this year because it was just put on Disney Plus for me. But yeah, I really love it. So True Lies.
Like I said earlier this year, I'm only in February. We are early this year.
It was still early this year. So.
Yeah, right. But that's a poll I'd like to put out at some time. Like which would you rather see? Would you rather see a True Lies Blu-ray, or would you rather see 3 more Avatar movies? Which one would you rather have?
3 more
I
Avatar
like
movies.
the Avatar series. I want more Avatar movies. 1,000 Avatar movies.
No way.
I know you guys hate those movies because you're like one of those.
I don't hate them. I just like don't think we need 3 more. Maybe make it a trilogy and just stop there.
Hell yes, we do.
That's good.
10.
But
yeah, I mean, look. Apparently, it's just a case of James Cameron finding time to review it. So maybe he'll find time to review the DVD. Because apparently there is a Blu-ray that exists, but James Cameron just hasn't had time to review it. So
I want 4K at this point.
Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think here?
I feel like I have to go for Amistad because although my dad has never been able to find the family tree to prove it, supposedly John Adams and John Quincy Adams are descendants of ours.
Okay, nice.
You got Anthony Hopkins playing John Quincy Adams in this movie. So it's like if I don't vote for Amistad, am I betraying my so
absolutely, Stephen. You
your ancestors. Yeah.
Well, True Lies has already made it through, anyways. So I don't mind voting for Amistad.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays John Quincy Adams. Yeah. So, Yeah, well, but it'll be True Lies. Let's see what we got next. Last Samurai.
and
Ooh, and Sicario. So we got a lot of Denis Villeneuve tonight. So, which is all right. And I believe that it's Chris first. We got The Last Samurai versus Sicario.
I have since tried to rewatch Sicario, and it's just painful.
Really?
I'm gonna go with
Not
The
a
Last
fan.
Samurai.
All right, yeah. Man.
I know you guys love
All right.
this movie. It's one of your favorite
Yeah.
movies ever made.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But JPO?
These are both really good movies here, but the one that's a little more up my alley that I would definitely revisit more, Sicario.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, it's both really good. But yeah, I think Sicario is amazing. I think it's one of the Villeneuve's better movies. I absolutely, I love this movie a lot. So yeah, Sicario.
Yeah. And Malcolm, what do you think?
I still haven't seen Sicario to this day, so I'm going to go Last Samurai.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think?
They're very close to each other. I'll just barely give it to Sicario, just even though the sequel really neuters the Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie needs Emily Blunt. But anyway, I think she
Yeah,
helps.
but even so, the thing I didn't like about the sequel is that both Del Toro and Brolin, they don't seem like the same characters at all from this movie.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I'll go with Sicario, just slightly over The Last Samurai.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough. This might be one of the tougher ones for me because The Last Samurai is great. I mean, if you're gonna have both Ken Watanabe and Hiroyuki Sanada in a movie together, I mean that's a banger right there. Like those are some of the two of my favorite kind of older generation Asian actors. Like they're really good, and they're putting like a perfect role for them. And yeah, and then Tom Cruise, like he's great. Like he's kind of one for me that like I don't know, like almost like every movie Tom Cruise has ever done. Almost like I mean, there may be one or two if I think hard about it, but I mean, like it's hard to beat him as a leading actor. But Sicario though, yeah, it's just so good, and yeah, the you already talked about Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro, but then Emily Blunt too. Like her performance is just great. The way that she just breaks down near the end, and you just see like she's just like so distraught over all the things that they did and that they went through, and it's crazy. And then also John Bernthal, like one of the like best human beings because I've met him before, and like he was like so cool to me in person, like nice, like he really like I don't know, like the interaction we had with him, like me and my buddy Sam was like he was like our friend, and we didn't even know the guy. Like I don't know, like it was just kind of interesting. But anyways,
Kurt Angle's nephew by marriage.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What?
Which is cool because
that's cool.
They explained it on one of their podcasts that they each have one. But yeah. So I'm gonna go Sicario. So
Sicario.
Yeah. Which I got the autograph of John Bernthal for Chris. For Chris and gave it to him. So yeah. But we got JFK versus Life of Pi. Pie. JPO.
Good round here. You know, some say Life of Pi couldn't be filmed. I think they did a pretty damn good job here. That was pretty engaging. I'm gonna go Life of Pi.
Yeah. Richie.
Yeah, I haven't seen JFK yet. It's a long movie, so it might take a while for me to get around to it. But Life of Pi is probably a long movie too, but I've seen it. Yeah, and I didn't mind it. I think it was pretty good, and yeah, like a great story here and visually stunning. So yeah, Life of Pi.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, JFK is a good movie. But once again, I'm not American. I'm going to vote for American president. So I'm going to go to Life of Pi.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think?
Well, it sounds like Life of Pi is moving on, which is okay by me, but JFK I think is a masterpiece and Oliver Stone's best movie and one of Kevin Costner's best performances and an amazing cast. Yeah, I'll give it to JFK.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't remember which movie it was that you guys saying that a 3-hour movie that flies by. I can't remember which one it was. JFK is almost 3.5 hours long, but it flies by. It's like really,
I know we've said it with like Wolf of Wall Street before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wolf of Wall Street. Yep. Yeah, like
Wolf of Wall Street is a very entertaining movie, but I do feel the length of that movie.
yeah. Well, some people do. I don't, but yeah, I've never seen JFK before. But I'm just looking at this cast list. Holy crap! Like this is like one of the most stacked casts. Like I'm looking at like about 17 people deep that I could literally say like that is a great actor. Like so many. I didn't even know people like Joe Pesci was even in that movie. John Candy's in it. Jack Lemmon's in it. I mean, Sissy Spacek, Ed Asner, Michael Rooker. Man, it just goes on and on. But I won't name them all. But I haven't seen it, so that's probably one that I need to see. But Life of Pi though is great. It's visually stunning, and it has a tiger named Richard Paca. That's like fun to say that Richard Paca. So I'm gonna vote for The Life of Pi, and it's also one of the better 3D experiences that I had in the theater because of all the colors. Like they just popped like really well in 3D. So yeah. But Chris, what do you think?
So I never saw Life of Pi before, only because it kind of looked like an art house film, but actually looks kind of cool. Apparently, both of these films are on HBO Max. But if I'm going to go towards the movie that I'm most interested in, that I actually realize I've never seen, but it's Kevin freaking Costner. I mean, how can you argue against that? The man is a god. Okay. So I'm going to go with JFK for sure, and now I want to see that movie.
Yeah, I would probably say Life of Pi is not a Chris movie. Probably you would probably like it that much, but
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, but
Life of Pi moves on 4-2.
Yeah. Don't knock it till you try.
Oh shit! Wizard of Oz and Return of the King.
Oh frick! Oh,
similar movies.
Yeah, I can't remember who's first.
I think it's JPO.
Yeah, JPO.
No, I think JPO started that last one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Ended it. Richie, I think it's on Richie next.
Also, I mean, while we're on the topic of Lord of the Rings, I like how the deep fake of Frodo just looks like Frodo, like Stephen Shepard. Stephen's face on it. Anyway, Turn of the King.
Throw it up there. Yeah.
It just
looks like Frodo, but we look close. That's actually Stephen's face on there, though. It's funny. He actually, surprisingly, like you actually fit a lot of these posters. Like it actually looks pretty good. Like a little less creepier than some of them. So
Return of the King is good. Probably my second favorite out of the trilogy. 2000 is the best one in my opinion. I don't go back to it a lot, but it's a good movie. Wizard of Oz is a classic. I think it still holds up, so I'm going to go Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you think?
I love Wizard of Oz. Like, I spent a lot of times as a kid sort of watching it with my cousins and that. But Lord of the Rings: Return of the King is probably in my top 10 movies of all time. So I'm going Return of the King.
Yeah. Stephen, what do you think?
I don't want to get rid of the only other older classic that's on here, but I guess I kind of have to. I mean, if it
You
were
don't
like
have to. Anything.
if it was Fellowship of the Ring, then I could go with the Wizard of Oz. But it's the King. I can't go against that.
Yeah. Well, for me, like, whenever I think of the Wizard of Oz, so like years ago, I used to have this job working for Stanley Steamer, the carpet cleaning company, and I went to this guy's house, and he was a gay guy. And when I went in, man, like it was like a Wizard of Oz shrine. I wish I would have taken videos and pictures. I'll walk in there, and like literally, he has 2 full rooms dedicated to nothing but Wizard of Oz memorabilia and stuff everywhere, and then like all over the house and everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh, and like wow, and like, yeah, are you a fan of the Wizard of Oz? Maybe a little, but and just because like that was so cool to see, it's like going to a museum. But and I feel like the Lord of the Rings, they are great. They're in my top 10 of all time. Even the Return of the King might just squeak in there at the 10 spot, but we see these movies all the time here, so I think we need to give some love to some older kind of ones that we haven't talked about as much. So Wizard of Oz, I'll vote for that. Yeah, but Chris, what do you
I'm
think?
gonna use the same logic as you, man. I've definitely seen the Lord of the Ring movies a lot, and I will need to buy my own copies of them on 4K now. But a Wizard of Oz is just an iconic classic. Like, I gotta go with Wizard of Oz because, yeah, like you said, like I don't feel like it gets enough love.
Yeah, yep, that's true. Jordan, what do you think? A Wizard of Oz?
Oh man, I gotta go with my more recent one. That's definitely what I'm gonna go to 10 times more than Wizard of Oz. I like it, but it's just I like more current stuff. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sounds good.
But that we've got a tie, and it goes to me.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh
Wizard of
shit!
Oz.
But you were the oh shit guy, so.
But
And you froze right as the tiebreaker.
No, he said Wizard of Oz.
Oh, maybe I froze then.
no, I'm in control of the bracket. That's what I put the right one through.
Okay. Okay. Trying to pull one on us, Chris. I see. Beverly Hills Cop. Courage Under Fire.
And I believe it is the last one on the side.
All right. Cool. So, and it is, I think, Stephen first, right?
Is it Malcolm or Stephen?
Wait, maybe it's Malcolm because you went first last time. So Malcolm, what do you think?
So I kind of, my internet kind of went out the whole time, so I'm assuming you said I go first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen Cold Under Fire, so I'm going to go Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Stephen? What do you think?
I'll go with Courage Under Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen Courage Under Fire. I'm like really like behind on my Denzel apparently. I feel like I've seen a lot, but I guess not this one. And Beverly Hills Cop, I think that like I really dig the first two. Actually, I'm a defender of the third one too, but and I'm looking forward to the fourth. So because I watch You People, and that movie was actually pretty good, and especially the Eddie Murphy stuff. It was kind of like old school Eddie Murphy kind of coming back. I feel like in a lot of ways. So yeah. Yeah, so I gotta vote for the Banana in the Tailpipe, Beverly Hills Cop. Chris?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. JPO?
Yeah, but Eddie Murphy's never totally lost it. He just picked some bad scripts and maybe phoned it in sometimes.
Yeah.
Because whenever you see like a Dolomite, or he is good in You People. Yeah. And so I am holding out hope for the next Beverly Hills Cop because this first one is great, really good balance of kind of serious stuff. His friend is killed and he's going, trying to find out the murderer of him, but really funny as well. Courage Under Fire is a really good movie as well here, but yeah, again, just going with kind of more at my alley. One I'm going to go to Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Yeah, I sort of leaned more towards action comedies. Yeah, and I love Beverly Hills Cop. Well, at least like Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Third one is like, yeah, not great, but it's like not. I don't know. I don't think it's French or anything. I'm a bit
Curtain
concerned.
Fire is hilarious, though, right? Haven't you seen it? It's a laugh riot.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a bit concerned about the plot. Just because, yeah, it was always a bit iffy when you wait so long for everything to come together. Yeah. So I'll watch it though, but it should be just called Billy Hills Cop 4, not Billy Hills Cop Axel Foley. It's a dumb title. Yeah, but I haven't actually seen Carriage Under Fire. I'll get around to it because I like Denzel Washington. Clearly, from this list, Stephen likes Denzel Washington as well. But I just realized he's gone.
Oh yeah, he is gone. I didn't even notice that either.
Whoa.
Says device not connected, so I can't bring him back yet.
Okay.
So if you hear us, Stephen, your device is not connected.
Okay. So I'll go Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, and if Beverly Hills Cop comes out this year, which I think it's supposed to, but I think that's what we're gonna do our best comedy sequels tournament, because we're gonna definitely have that soon. So, but whenever, oh yeah, now your device is connected. There you go. Right.
Which
So
one won?
Yeah,
Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured that's what I would have occurred in the fire, because I didn't want to, have any kind of influence on where people went. So I just thought it was the one that I didn't think was gonna make it.
Yeah. Well, from here on out, we can fly through it. We can try and just do like 10 seconds a piece roughly, and maybe get Chris Scott out of here before quiet hours at his apartment. so we'll see at 10, which is 10 my time, Eastern time. I guess it would be 12. But yeah. So we got Blade Runner 2049 versus The Fugitive. So
and these are the matchups for what makes this the championship too. So
yeah, cool. So we got two Harrison Ford movies. So which one do you like better? This time it'll be Stephen first. If what makes the championship. So I'm gonna write these down.
I'm gonna go with The Fugitive.
All right. Yeah, for me, I gotta go with The Fugitive. Way more exciting. Way just, I don't know, like just keeps you on the edge of your seat. Whereas like with Blade Runner 2049, I'm sitting there like just waiting for it to get exciting, and it doesn't. So The Fugitive. Chris.
I actually was late to Blade Runner 2049. My buddy Ron, who hooked me up with a lot of my movies and stuff, actually recommended I check it out, and I did, and I liked it, but it's definitely a slow burn.
Yeah.
But Fugitive is freaking great. I got to go with that one.
Yeah. JPO.
Super close for me. I'm gonna go with The Fugitive.
Yeah. Sounds good. Richie.
Yeah, The Fugitive.
Yeah. And Malcolm.
I'm going to be the lone vote for Blade Runner 2049. But The Fugitive is going through.
Fugitive. All right. Traffic.
Traffic up against Air Force One.
All right.
Oh, Traffic.
I guess I'm up. And I'm up first. I haven't seen Traffic, and I have seen Air Force One, and it's pretty good. So Air Force One. Chris?
I got to go with Traffic. Easy vote for me. I mean, Air Force One's great, but it's not Traffic. Traffic is so phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean,
the twist
the
and the
movie
turns
Traffic.
in that movie is so damn good. The cast
Actual
is
Traffic
freaking
sucks.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, JPO.
What's the deal with me agreeing with Chris? Traffic.
Yeah. Richie.
I'll go Air Force One.
Yeah. Malcolm.
And we want another Harrison Ford versus Harrison Ford match. Air Force One.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what we need. Yep. Stephen.
Yeah, I'll go with Air Force One.
Ooh, it'll be Air Force One. All right. Ready. Okay.
Air Force One, also one of my favorite scores of all time.
Oh yeah, it's great.
12 Monkeys up against RoboCop.
That's a good fight. I want to see an actual fight. 12 Monkeys versus RoboCop.
Yeah, right.
12 Monkeys with machine guns versus RoboCop.
Yeah,
that'd be 12 monkeys. Yeah,
that'd be awesome. And then they can release a virus on them as well, right?
No, yeah, also, yeah, they can, and they can also write Shakespeare. Apparently,
Is the 12 Monkeys? Is the 12 Monkeys controlled by the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's all coming together.
Well,
if I remember correctly, I don't think the 12 Monkeys actually had anything to do with the release of the virus.
No.
Yeah, no, like in the end you find out, yeah. But I don't know if a virus would affect RoboCop. He's like half man, half machine. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
But this time it'll be Chris first.
I saw probably 12 Monkeys way too young, and I didn't get it. I was just kind of confused as hell. I feel like it's definitely one of the movies where you got to see when you're older to understand it, because it's kind of confusing. But our RoboCop is great.
Yeah. JPO?
Damn, man, this is a tough one. It's kind of like harder mind here, man. I think the better film, but it is also very entertaining. I'm gonna go 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I think I love RoboCop. It's probably the one I'd go back to more because it's it's great action type of film. But the better movie, I reckon, probably is 12 Monkeys. I'll go 12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Spiked vote for The Godfather Part 2 because RoboCop should not have beaten that 12 Monkeys.
Well, should it have? Maybe. I don't know. Stephen?
12 Monkeys.
Yeah. Dead or Alive, You're Coming With Me. RoboCop. So,
But
I think
I don't know what the vote's at, though.
12 Monkeys.
Yeah, I'm keeping
Monkeys,
track of the
alright,
vote.
cool.
I'm using my dice.
All right. Yeah, and 12 Monkeys, another great score. Really good.
Next up, we've got Sideways up against Adaptation.
Ooh, this is Adaptation. Yeah, they're kind of similar. Yeah, and it's JPO first.
Damn, my boy Kaufman, my boy Giamatti. I gotta go with Kaufman. Adaptation.
Yeah. Richie, what do you think?
Adaptation.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Both of these movies don't get a lot of love, but I've only seen Adaptation, so Adaptation.
Yeah. Stephen? Stephen.
Those are both kind of about writers.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Yeah, and I've never seen Adaptation. That's one that was my very next one if I would have had time to watch it. But I'll watch it eventually in time for our Nick Cage versus Keanu Reeves match. But right now I got to go Sideways. Chris?
I gotta go with Adaptation.
So it's going to be Adaptation.
It will be.
Yeah. All right. Write that down.
Her versus Apollo 13.
All right. This one could be tough. Richie, you're up first.
I think I'll go Her.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Her.
Yeah. Stephen.
Just barely Apollo 13.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go Her. I think I haven't got anything from Spike Jonze in a little bit. Like he needs to come back and do some more stuff. I mean, didn't he do the Beastie Boys thing? Maybe I thought he did that, but so we got that not too long ago. But But yeah, her. Chris.
I don't understand her or the love for it, but that's all right. This is not all about me. I'm gonna go to Paul 13. Easy vote.
Well, you're not falling in love with a machine, Chris?
No, I'm not falling in love with a machine. I didn't buy
with
it.
your Siri on your phone or whatever.
I didn't buy it. No.
Yeah.
It's
JPO.
weird.
All right, Chris, close your eyes. Are they closed?
Yes.
All right. Yo, what up? This is ScarJo. You want to do it? How could you not? I will vote for her.
Well, yes, ScarJo's hot. Okay, but no.
Exactly.
Yes, it was like she's in the room.
It's like she was right here,
Like
guys.
she's in the room, like,
Right
hey,
there,
yo, it's me, Black Widow.
Yo.
So, Chris, if it was her versus Jexy, which one would you go for?
Oh,
Her, Jason's gonna fuck up your life. What do you mean?
yeah.
I'm gonna go with her between the two, but
Well,
only
like-
because of Scarborough Joanne, whatever, because she's hot.
Yeah,
But anyway, technically, the last thing that Spike Jonze did is he works on this series Jackass.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking feature length.
Yeah.
Didn't that
Yeah.
Spike
Bobby
Jonze direct
Jackass is-
that?
I meant directing feature length. That's his last
Yeah,
feature length direction was her.
Yeah. You're right about that.
No.
But her will screw you up though, because like he falls in love with her and then she just takes off in like another dimension or wherever she goes. I don't know. So
Didn't Jonze direct
that'll screw you up.
She's always going to another dimension.
She's
Yeah.
And then when you want them, they're like, oh, yeah, anyway.
But anyway, we've got Up versus Groundhog Day.
Yeah. And I believe it's actually I forgot who goes first, but I think
It might
it's
be you actually.
me. Yeah, I think so because Stephen was. So, yeah, this one's hard. Oh, I just think I don't know by a fraction of a hair. I think I got to go Groundhog Day. It's just like the standard for like the time loop movies. So, Groundhog Day. Chris, what do you think?
I gotta go with Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Although I'm excited for that new announced TV series.
Oh yeah, did they got a Groundhog Day one?
No, Up.
Oh, Up. Okay.
But Carl, his first date after.
I think
her
that's
passing.
just a standalone short.
Yeah, it's a standalone short, but still I'm
Okay.
excited for it.
Yeah.
I know they had the like Doug Days or whatever about the dog or something, but
Yeah.
But JPO.
Damn, man. This is probably in the top 10 hardest fights I've had here so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Up.
All right. Richie.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Stephen.
And I'd probably go Up, even though Groundhog Day is in a couple of days.
Ooh, well, it's close, but it'd be a Groundhog Day.
Groundhog.
Ned Ryerson. Like that's just one of my favorite scenes in a movie. He just punches him in the face.
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, up against Avengers Endgame.
This is an interesting matchup for different reasons, but yeah, it's Chris first.
So I still have never seen 3 billboards, only because it's not streaming on anything.
Oh yeah. Should see
But
it, though.
I gotta go with Avengers Endgame. I
Yeah.
have seen it.
JPO.
This is extremely hard because this is very much just what are you more into? Just to simply even it up and make it up to y'all. 3 billboards.
Yeah. Richie.
I'm more of an Infinity War guy, so 3 billboards.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm more of an Endgame guy, so Endgame.
So 3
Yeah. Stephen.
Endgame.
Yeah. I'm more of an Endgame guy as well, so let's go Endgame.
That's a high.
All right.
Anyway.
Endgame it is.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors up against Mystic River.
Ooh. All right. And it'll be Richie.
JPO.
Oh yeah,
J-
sorry. JPO.
Mystic River.
Yeah. Now Richie.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Stephen.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah, and I will also go Dream Warriors. Chris.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Sounds good. It'll be Dream Warriors.
That is the last one on that side.
Dream Warriors. All right. Cool.
But No Country for Old Men up against The Departed.
Ooh.
Screw you, No Country. You're going to hell.
Chris. Which one do you like better? Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll get to you in a minute, but Richie.
The Departed.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I love both these, but I've got to go No Country.
Yeah. Stephen.
Just part of me wants to go with No Country just as a joke, but I'll go with The Departed.
Well, I'm gonna go with No Country for Old Men, but it's not a joke. Like, I actually really dig this movie over The Departed. So yeah. Why? Chris.
No Control Men. Chris.
See,
Yeah.
a vote for one of the worst movies ever made. One of the greatest movies ever made. It's gonna have to go with The Departed because it's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Oh man.
You a big Coen Brothers fan, Chris?
Fuck the Coen Brothers.
There are so many worse movies. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah. But JPO.
The one that has a.
Sorry, I'm dropping the F-bomb.
No, it's fine.
If you don't include the rat, the one that has the way better ending, Departed.
We are allowed 12 F-bombs on the show before we get a strike. So
Cack stackers.
Are we?
Yeah.
But JPO, you said The Departed, right?
Yeah.
Departed.
The
Yeah, so Departed moves on.
Dude, your accent makes that sound so much more epic.
Yeah, The Departed.
And we've got Arrival up against Pulp Fiction.
All right.
Guys, this is our chance to have a rival win a tournament fight.
Well, maybe, but
Have Pez come back and go, what happened?
What happened?
Yeah. Malcolm. First.
This actually isn't a joke, Arrival.
Okay. Stephen?
Yeah, Arrival's in my top 10 of all time, so Arrival.
Are you at home now, Stephen?
Yeah, but I'm not at my laptop just yet. But it's good that I just got home because I only have 9% left in my battery.
That's good. Yeah. But I feel like if I voted for Arrival over Pulp Fiction, I'd have to slit my own wrist. Like, I can't do that. So I gotta go with.
You don't have to. No, don't have to do that.
No, I would have to. I would have no choice.
That's not the condition of the
I gotta go with Pulp Fiction.
That'd be a very dark reason. That'd be a very dark show. If you don't
I would regret that for the rest of my life. So,
Very dark show. Yeah.
But Chris,
I'd have to drink bleach if I voted for Arrival over Pulp Fiction.
yeah, see, you're on the same.
Go
page.
Pulp
You don't have
Fiction,
to,
baby.
you don't have to do these things. I don't know where
You
you
do have to, Richie.
Yeah,
See, I don't see why this is not part of one of your
yeah.
shows.
Dude,
Dude, but what you wrote today was awesome.
because Pulp
man.
Fiction were the greatest movies ever made. And you can't live with that decision of voting against Pulp Fiction. But JPO,
Yeah, man, I'd have to drink bleach, and I love bleach. Arrival.
oh, right.
Ew.
So, did Arrival?
No, I haven't voted yet.
Oh, you haven't voted. Okay.
I mean, according to Donald Trump, if you want to, you can drink bleach or get rid of the COVID. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Arrival.
Yeah.
Arrival moves on.
Oh.
Into
man.
the tipping.
Ew.
Here, just slit him now.
That's
Look-
just disgusting.
Look, we all know Pulp Fiction's going to come up on someone else's list.
It comes
Got
up
me
on
right
every
in the
corner.
eye.
Right?
Yeah.
That would really hurt though. Couldn't stab myself in the eye with a pen.
Yeah.
Stephen versus Roger Rabbit.
It's Malcolm, I think.
Which one's more dark? They're both dark. Steven?
I don't know. The poster for Roger Rabbit looks pretty light.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it does.
the way that they just wanted like murder cartoons.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, yeah. but yeah, it does look pretty light though with the white. Yeah, but
yeah,
Steve, or was it Malcolm first? I can't remember who's first.
well, Richie ended it, so it probably
Yeah,
started.
it's Malcolm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Malcolm.
So yeah, this is tough for me, but I'm going to go slightly 7.
Yeah. Steven?
I'll go with 7. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough, but yeah, let's go 7. Chris?
I'm gonna go 7.
Yeah. JPO
7.
and Richie.
7.
Ooh.
And with that, we have a clean sweep of 6 votes for 7.
Clean sweep. Wanted like 2 or 3 the whole night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
we got
Toy Story
yeah.
against Witness.
Witness. Oh, these are 2 different movies. Steven, you're up first.
Witness.
I still can't get a Witness because I haven't seen it, so I gotta go with Toy Story. Chris?
I love Witness, but I gotta go with Toy Story here.
Yeah. Jordan?
I'm gonna go Toy Story.
Yeah. Richie?
Toy Story.
Yeah. And Malcolm?
And I still haven't seen Witness in the 2.5 hours we've been going, so Witness.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Toy Story then.
No, not what to do again.
Yeah.
So could we have a Harrison Ford versus Toy Story?
Yeah.
That night I'd be Silence of the Lambs.
All right. And it's me first. Yeah, like Dark Knight, I would watch about a dozen times more than I would watch Silence of the Lambs. But even though Silence of the Lambs is still good, but I just like the Dark Knight that much more. So, Dark Knight. Chris?
Only because I think Matt Reeves' Batman is 1,000 times better than Christian Bale's Batman. I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. JPO?
Yeah. Ooh. Hey. Dark Knight.
Yeah. Richie?
The sequel to The Black Knight, The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Yep.
Did I say Black Knight?
Yeah, Black Knight. Yeah, the Martin Lawrence movie, right? That's the sequel. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. That's
With-
so much better.
Yeah.
With Martin Lawrence playing Batman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to see what James Gunn's Batman's going to look like in the new DCU.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to go Dark Knight.
He just announced like the next 10 projects for DC today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so excited for most of them.
And it's
Yeah.
one of those ones, like, just a quick side note before anyone else, like, he's not cancelling, like, the Batman is going to be existing as an Elseworld type thing, so.
Oh,
He's not getting rid of Robert Pattinson's Batman. He's going to have his own Batman that's in the connected universe, but Pattinson. But he's still going to be movies that exist outside of it too. So
they're doing a Batman and Robin film, aren't they, as well? Like, yeah,
yes.
Well, that is the Brave and the Bold movie I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's going to be Damon Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because it goes in line with like the timeline of what they're doing with Superman and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, Stephen, what do you think here?
The Dark Knight Rises didn't make it through, so I will go with the Dark Knight.
Yeah. So I believe it's the Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, the Dark Knight, not Rises.
I mean, I can go back and change it to Dark Knight Rises if you want.
Yeah.
Jaws.
The Batman that doesn't rise. Yeah. Jaws versus.
I mean, he
True
probably
Lies.
only rises when Catwoman was around.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it'll be Chris first for Jaws and True Lies.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies could beat the shit out of the shark, so I'm gonna go with True Lies.
Yeah, probably true. JPO.
Oh yeah, True Lies.
Yeah. Richie.
I mean, it's pretty. No disrespect to Arnie, but it's pretty easy to beat the shit out of that shark. That shark is broken.
Yeah.
That shark
Yeah.
never worked.
Because I guess not even real.
I've already beat it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, True Lies.
The shark beat itself up, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Stop malfunction.
Malcolm.
I'm going to make Austin give some faith for us again by saying yes. A vote to True Lies.
Yeah. Stephen.
Man, I can't believe Jaws isn't making it through to the championship season round.
Yeah.
I'd go with, as much as I love True Lies, I'd go with Jaws for sure.
Yeah. And for as much as I love True Lies, I'm gonna go with True Lies. I do not love the other one.
Sicario.
Life of Pi.
Yeah. Ooh, so this will be JPO first.
Sicario.
Yeah. Richie.
Sicario.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I haven't seen Sicario, so Life of Pi.
Stephen.
I'll show some love to Life of Pi.
Yeah. Also some love to Sicario because why not? Chris.
This is the only time I'm going to vote for Sicario. So
Ooh.
Sicario.
Yeah. So it'll be Sicario.
Yep. And this will be the last matchup we've got here. Return of the King up against Beverly Hills Cop.
All right, Beverly Hills Cop. I just realized I should have been writing these down.
Luckily, I have been writing these down.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, like, I can get them on the next round still, but yeah, only go by, but yeah. And it is Richie first if he's.
Hang on.
You're up first. Return of the King versus
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
Malcolm.
Return of the King.
Yeah. Stephen.
Are you there, Stephen?
Yeah.
Stephen.
As much as I love Beverly Hills Cop, I'm not voting against Return of the King.
Yeah.
Are you taking a shit, Steven?
Yeah.
Big number 2.
He can't come to the video right now. He's on the toilet. Yeah. Oh, let's see. We got. Yeah, let's go. Return of the King. Chris.
I'm going to go with Beverly Hills Cop.
Ooh. Jordan.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. So it'll be Return of the King.
Return
Right?
of the King. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right, those are our Sweet 16. So we're not going to do a poll for anyone watching for this episode of the Elite 8. We'll save that for the championship, and then we'll do a poll. So, got The Fugitive versus Air Force One. Oh, Harrison Ford again. Here we go. Harrison Ford strikes back. And it's Malcolm first. Huh.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Fugitives, so Air Force One.
Yeah. Stephen.
The Fugitive.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Air Force One, so The Fugitive. Chris.
I like both of these movies, but I'm gonna go with The Fugitive.
Yeah. Jordan.
The Fugitive.
Yeah. And Richie.
Fugitive.
Yeah.
So it
Be the
sounds
Fugitive. Moving on. 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys up against Adaptation.
Ooh. Is it me first? I think it's me first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen Adaptation, so 12 Monkeys. I'm acting like it's hard. No, it's 12 Monkeys. Chris?
I'm gonna go with Adaptation.
Yeah. JPO?
Adaptation.
Yeah. Richie?
Adaptation.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Adaptation.
And Stephen?
12 Monkeys.
Will be Adaptation. It makes sense, Chris, since you're a bit of a writer, for Adaptation, so that fits.
Next up, we've got Her up against Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Same movies.
Yeah. And it'll be you first, Chris.
I'm gonna go with Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Jordan.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Richie.
I'm gonna show some love for Her. Who she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Malcolm.
Her.
Stephen.
I don't know if this is, but I'm kind of looking forward to a Spike Jonze versus Spike Jonze because I'm pretty sure he directed both this and Adaptation. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that, and I'll go with Her.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, part of me wants to go for Groundhog Day because it's in 2 days, but I'm gonna go with Her because it's awesome. So it'll be Her. Oh wait, Chris. No, you went first. So it'll be Her. Yeah.
Awesome. We do get that match.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Potentially. We'll see.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Depends how it lines up. Yeah. Because we got Endgame versus Dream Warriors, so it depends. They can, if Her can take out one of these, but it'll be JPO first.
Oh, Jesus, Endgame.
Yeah. It was like prayer. He's praying for the Endgame. Oh, Jesus, Endgame. Richie?
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Malcolm?
Both of these are in the championship already, so Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Stephen?
This one actually kind of hurts because I have a lot of nostalgia for Dream Warriors, but I also really love Endgame. But they're both in you know what? Screw it. Since they're both in the championship, I'll go with Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just gotta go Endgame. That movie just blows my mind. So Endgame. Chris.
This is hard. I'm gonna go Endgame.
Yeah.
And with that, we've got a tie, and I think the last time it was a tie was me, so Stephen.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm going with Dream Warriors.
Ooh. Dream Warriors. That could be a bit of an upset. Yeah.
Is
it a little bit?
Yeah.
Has Dream Warriors won a tournament before?
No.
I don't think so.
Nope. It's never won.
That could be a unique winner that could be in the next.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but
I think that is
All
The
right,
Departed and Arrival.
Ooh. And who's up first? Is it Richie?
Chris went last. JPO.
Oh, yeah.
So JPO went first. So Richie.
Yeah.
Has Arrival won a tournament yet?
Not that
No
I know
way.
of.
Me and Austin wouldn't let that happen. Malcolm.
But Austin's not here today, so a rifle.
Yeah. Stephen?
I'm seriously voting for a rival.
Yeah. Well, justice for whatever a rival went up against last time. There's a part I can't remember, but
Pulp Fiction.
Okay. Chris.
Other Parted, baby.
Ooh. All right. So, and GPU.
Arrival.
Ooh, so it'll be a
Rival
rival?
continues to move on.
Oh man.
How?
It's gonna be a rude awakening for Austin when he wakes up to this.
I mean, he's probably
right.
going to be like, a rival took out Pulp Fiction. What the hell's wrong with
Yeah,
you
and like, what the
guys?
frick? You guys are out of your mind. Yeah. But 7 versus Toy Story. I mean, Toy Story gets dark when you get to Sid's house. So, and it's Malcolm first.
7.
Yeah. Stephen.
So,
I don't know if
7. I'm tired. I'm going to go with 7.
Are you gonna go with which one? I didn't hear it.
7, I believe he said.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
He was kind of muffled. Yeah. This one might be one of the toughest ones. I think I'm gonna go with Toy Story. I don't know if I feel confident about that, but Toy Story. Chris?
I'm gonna go with Toy Story.
Yeah. Jordan?
7.
Ooh. Richie?
7.
So it'll be 7. Right?
Yep.
7. All right.
Next up, we have The Dark Knight up against True Lies, I figured.
Yeah, True Lies.
Yeah.
I got a notification on my laptop which covered up the other movie.
Oh, okay. And this time it'll be Stephen, I think, first. So, what do you got?
True Lies.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's tough too, but I think I gotta go The Dark Knight. So, Chris?
I'm gonna go with True Lies.
Yeah. JPO.
Chapeau.
He's asleep.
I'm here, man. We're in the finals.
He was snoring.
You gotta give it real time. No, that is my thinking. Hey, my turn. My turn.
That's what she said.
My turn. Dark Knight.
Okay.
Hurry up.
And Richie.
How do you say it? I didn't hear you. I was talking over you. I didn't hear you.
What did he say?
He said Dark Knight.
Doesn't matter. No, they don't have to know.
No, okay.
I really do. I realize. What was your vote?
Yeah. And
True Lies.
Oh, so is it gonna be True Lies or is it a
Well, I mean, it's 4-1. I don't know what.
You were the Dark Knight, weren't you? You were the one. You were in the center.
No,
that was Jordan.
That was me. I thought it was
Oh no, okay, it was True Lies. Okay then, cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, it would have been True Lies even without JPO, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sicario up against Return of the King.
All right. It's me first. It's tough, but Return of the King's in my top 10 of all time. So Return of the King. Chris.
I'm gonna go with Return of the King.
Right. Oh, okay.
By Sicario.
JPO.
I'm going to go with Return of the King.
Yeah. Richie.
Sicario.
Malcolm.
Return of the King.
Yeah. Stephen.
Has Return of the King ever won the tournament fights?
I think so.
That I'm not sure of.
I think it might have won something, but
yeah, I think
I don't. I was about to say,
Yeah,
I don't actually think it was in your 64 unique winners thing, so I don't actually know.
I could have sworn that there's one movie in there. It was either Two Towers or Return of the King. I can't remember, but
Oh, I had Return of the King in my 64, but it was also representing the whole trilogy. This time I actually put all 3 movies on my 128.
Yeah, nice. Well, what are you gonna go for?
I'll go with Sicario.
Ooh,
4-2. It is Return of the King.
Return of the King. Is that it? All right. So this would have been what, the Elite 8 here?
Yep.
Okay.
It's going to be The Fugitive versus Adaptation.
Okay, so Fugitive versus Adaptation, and I think we're back to Chris. So what do you got?
I'm gonna go with The Fugitive.
JPO.
Oh man, I am. What are we voting on?
Adaptation.
Yeah.
Adaptation.
Yeah. Richie.
Adaptation.
Malcolm.
Adaptation.
Stephen.
The Fugitive.
And I'm gonna go with the Fugitive. Chris.
I already said Fugitive.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
With
so-
that, we have another
We have a
tie,
tie.
and I believe it goes to Jordan.
Well, I haven't
Fugitive.
seen Adaptation, so
God damn it.
I got to go with the Fugitive, but I really want to see it. That was the next one on my list if I would have had time, but I just did not have time.
I believe it's pronounced the Fugitivi.
Yeah, Fugitivia. Sorry, correction.
So next up, we've got Her versus Dream Warriors.
Do we want the Spike Jones match?
Well, I mean, we're not getting it. It was adaptation.
No, it's too late. Yeah, that's right.
I'm getting it now
Adaptation
because
didn't
you
make
haven't
it.
seen Adaptation.
So screw that. Let's not vote for the Spike Jones one. It'll be JPO first.
Her.
Yeah. Richie.
Her.
Malcolm.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
So
Stephen?
enthusiastic about it.
Oh well. But I'm going with Dream Warriors.
Yeah. I said not vote for the Spike Jones one, but I'm going to vote for her because it's great. And Chris.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Well, it'll be her.
Yep. But with that, we go back up, and it's Arrival and 7.
Ooh, now what are you guys going to do? And it'll be Richie first.
Arrival.
Malcolm.
What am I going to do? Arrival.
Yeah, I wonder. Stephen?
Arrival.
Yeah, I only have one person here to back me up. 7. Chris?
7.
Back me up. Yeah. JPO.
Arrival.
What?
Ooh,
Are you guys
all right.
crazy?
Yeah.
Why?
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
some people say I am. I haven't been tested yet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got True Lies up against Return of the King.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
It's Malcolm.
Malcolm? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Return of the King again. I'm gonna go True Lies.
Yeah, the good thing is at this point, I mean, the 16's already going to be there, so you can vote.
Also,
With that in mind.
start of my 128 is coming up, so you know.
Yeah, true. Yep. Malcolm's is coming up soon, but Stephen.
Yeah, I'll go with since if this were a championship, I'd definitely go with Return of the King. But since it's not, I'll go with True Lies.
Yeah. Return of the King. Yeah. Chris.
I'll go with True Lies.
Yeah. Jordan.
I'm legit thinking.
He's thinking.
Return of the King.
He's thinking, guys. He's not sleeping. Is that everyone, or do you vote, Richie?
Richie.
True Lies.
Oh, is it a tie?
No, it's 4-2. True Lies moves on.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We're just having fun at this point. So. All right, so we got the final four, huh?
Yep.
Which I'm surprised by at least.
Arrival goes forward. You guys are just.
Well, I'm surprised for three of them. There's three I'm surprised, and it's not her, but it's the other ones.
So Fugitive versus Her.
All right, and it's Stephen first.
You know what? Science fiction is probably my favorite genre. I would love to see the final go come down to her versus Arrival. So I'll go with her.
Yeah. Which pretentious movie do you like more? Yeah, hers not quite as pretentious, I'd say, but and I will vote for her. I'll vote for her. Yeah.
Why?
Chris, that's awesome.
You guys aren't even trying anymore. Okay, I'll go Fugitive.
Yeah. Jordan.
No, legitimately her.
Yeah. Richie.
Her. I don't know what tournament you'd have to do, but imagine if you did like her versus they, them.
Yeah, right. There,
But,
is there a,
that movie sucks. That would be an easy vote for her, but I'm just wondering.
is there a movie called They Them? Is it?
Yeah,
Is that
Oh,
right?
you could potentially do a tournament of AI, and you could put like Megan, her, Jexy. I don't know if they them works, but
Yeah.
and the trials
You do
play
stuff like that.
reboot. So I mean,
An iRobot.
Yeah. If we had to get really picky, put like Iron Man. You have Jarvis in there. You can put
Yeah.
I mean, the Iron Man would count. Like it's still AI. So.
Yeah. It's still
Yeah.
But for that, her does move on.
Her. All right. Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow.
So Arrival versus True Lies, and Jordan, I believe it's on to you to start.
Yeah, it's on me first, and this one's easy. True Lies. Chris.
True Lies, baby.
Yeah. Jordan.
Arrival.
Richie.
Arrival.
Malcolm.
You know what? I'm going to go for True Lies.
Oh, fuck you.
Stephen.
I think that's going to make this a tie. I don't remember who gets the tiebreaker, but
I know who has it.
No, he came late, so it goes to people that have been there the whole time. Me,
baby.
Yeah.
You need to shut your mouth.
Why should people that have been here the whole time get a tiebreaker? It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm still going with Arrival. Even if
it's a tie that goes to Chris.
God damn it. Arrival.
I don't know. God, this is kind of complicated. I mean, Arrival is such a complicated, such a multi-level.
If you want to piss off Austin, you can have some fun.
True Lies. I mean, God, it's so campy. It's so just generic.
Yeah.
Who am I fucking getting? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fuck
No,
yes, it's True Lies.
You ruined our plan.
And I used it in the intro.
I just used my two. Hey, Jordan, I just used my 2 F-word quota.
Oh yeah, right.
Hey,
That's
Chris,
all you get for the.
look at Cat Butthole. There you go.
But
See, you thought I was in on your plan, but I had my own plan, and that was to get True Lies to this point. So.
That's a good lie.
Yeah,
that's a good lie.
And True Lies is so good at using the little intro because it where's your invitation, sir? Here's my invitation.
Here's my invitation.
It blows up.
Yes.
But with that, we've got True Lies up against Her.
I know which
Right.
pretentious.
Has True Lies ever won?
I don't think
so.
it has. I
don't think either of
really
these have.
don't think it has.
No, I don't think either of these
Such a
have.
cute kitty cat.
Yeah. Such a cute little asshole. So cute. And it's Chris first, right?
What's your cat's name again?
Avery.
Okay.
Ooh, it's my niece's name.
I don't know. God, should I go with the high quality movie about a man that finds true love in this AI?
Or we go with Her.
Yeah.
I mean, should I? I mean, I could find love right now, guys. Or do I
for
go
all
with the better movie? Like,
I could find True Love right
good
now.
story.
Come on, it's almost Valentine's Day, Chris. Go for the love story.
Well, I mean, True Lies is a love story. He wants to shove a rocket up a bad guy's asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
So True Lies.
Yeah. All right. Well, JPO.
Even it up. Let's go for Her.
Ooh.
What are those kids? Okay.
Richie.
I love True Lies. You know what? But I like Spike Jonze. I think he gives a good script. I'll go Her.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I love both of these movies, but sadly, I do have to go for Her.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, you know you want to go with the same director that was involved with Jackass. You know you want to do
So you voted Arrival that just
Jackass is your favorite series of all time.
Yeah.
You
Steven.
watch it all the time.
Justice for Arrival, Her.
Spite for Arrival. No, I'm not going to vote for that one, but I'm going to vote for Her.
Her wins it.
Yeah. So Her it is. Chris is really happy about that.
So thrilled. So thrilled, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's the greatest movie ever made. Her is a phenomenal film.
Yeah,
very timely. It's a good love story.
It's great.
Good
No,
quality
I mean,
story.
Same page.
I mean, admittedly, it was a hard choice regardless because I do really love True Lies, and it might actually turn up in my own one too. So.
Love is in the air tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Love is in the air for sure. It's almost that month, not quite tomorrow. Well, for maybe some of you, I don't know. For Malcolm, Stephen, and Richie, it is February. Not for us,
Yeah.
but
I mean, it's got to be close to midnight for someone. Some people.
Yeah. For Stephen, probably. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun time, though. Yeah, it's fun going through some of your favorite movies, Stephen. So we'll do it one more time next month, and yeah, we'll look forward to whatever else you have on the list. So it'll be a surprise. So, yeah, we'll do some plugs really quick, and then that'll do it. So
yeah, I'm actually gonna hit the app, so I'll do mine first.
Oh, sure, yeah. Where can we find you, Malcolm?
You can find me over on Take 3 Productions. We'll host Rankum every Sunday night. This week we're doing animated movies of the 80s. Richie's going to be there. Jacob Barber's going to be there. Chris Diaz and Brian Nusbaum also going to be there. And in a couple of weeks, I believe, on Valentine's Day, funny enough, is going to be my first
on Valentine's Day.
So that's coming up, and then you can find me all over the place doing trivia on Formula Random and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, well, for Singles Awareness Day on February 14th, come join us if you don't have someone.
I love the idea. Like, look, the girlfriend's like, "Hey, you want to come? Let's go out and get lunch, go get dinner." I'm like, I can't. I told you, I've got to be on Malcolm's 128.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got to be there.
All right.
Gotta be there, babe. It's okay.
We'll go out tomorrow.
Yeah, but and actually, also the last thing I'll say is over on Take 3 for our show we do Gone with the Wind. We're doing our own nominations for our own Gone with the Wind awards to see what we think should have been nominated for the Oscars and all that. So if you haven't seen the form floating around in one of the many places, then do it, put your nominations in, and yeah.
I think it's really
Yeah,
cool
well,
that you got Daniel Montgomery because I'm on the other night because I actually am a member of Gold Derby and follow their channel all the time.
Yeah.
But see his.
All right, we'll see you later, Malcolm.
Boy.
Later, Malcolm.
Yeah, later. Yeah. So, Chris, where can we find you?
All right. So probably you want to help me by putting that thing up on the bottom. The little
If
scroller
I can
thing. We'll
find
read
it
through some of
really
those.
quick. I got way
And
too
then
many
I'll
banners
promote
created now.
my Twitch, which of course I've been doing.
Which is
And I
somewhere
appreciate
on.
some of your guys' follows on there.
Unless I deleted
Doing
it.
more gaming.
Yeah. Chris has a you can follow him over there. With the banners.
Yes, kind of looking out a bit.
Does it not exist anymore?
Sorry, wait. Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna say sorry. You're on your
All
own. It's there.
So Twitter at writer_84, Instagram cscott1128, and also I've been doing more gaming. So Casablanca Kids, who kind of like I go by this name here. It's just one word. If you look that up, you'll be able to find me there. And I recently, last night's broadcast, I played some GoldenEye on there. Played some multiplayer, which through the Xbox, it is it is just couch co-op. So I played some of that with my buddy Travis. So that was a lot of fun. And I also checked out the new game Wi-Fi Rush, which dropped through Xbox Game Pass. It's a lot of fun. So
nice.
Those are two of my most recent games.
Right on.
Yeah. So
And if you go over
trying to think, also sorry.
I think Chris hasn't done.
Because if you go over to Chris's TikTok, you can find some amazing reviews of Uncut Gems and of the menu over there. Go check those out. For sure.
Yeah, we got
They're
to talk
hot
about
takes,
it. The
but they're
menu
fun.
is a good,
They're
menu
just
is a
fun.
good movie. I love that movie. Okay, the menu, you know,
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to see what I picked from a menu because we're not. You know, I would invite you out to dinner, but now we're not. You know that movie.
Yeah.
All right, guys. But yeah, that's what I want to promote tonight. Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad I was
Cool.
able to be
Sounds
your
good.
last person to kind of join on here.
Yeah, we appreciate you pinch hitting when Jacob got a little sick, so he jumped off, and Austin's getting some sleep tonight. So yeah,
The schedule worked out
but
perfectly. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bounce.
That's all good. All right, we'll see you later, man. But JPO, where can we find you?
Yes, when I'm awake, you can catch me over at the Piersco channel, where we do movie trivia. We do some countdowns. We have all sorts of fun over there. You can see some familiar faces over there. And then over at Pierce Wrestling channel, we do some wrestling trivia. We're also about to begin a tournament over there this week. We do all sorts of fun stuff, interviews, matches. On this channel, gets the Lonely Marks podcast, me, Richie, Yaka Barber, and Pez, as we discussed again the world of professional wrestling. And most importantly, catch me at Papa John's tomorrow. I think we get a pizza.
Nice. And also catch him outside. Yeah.
How about that?
Richie,
How about that?
Yeah. Oh, and he's gone.
He's gone.
He gone. Richie, where can we find
you? Like Jaco said, you can find me on Lonely Marks. Think next week. Next week we will be doing an ECW draft, so that should be fun. And there, you can find me. Just on here. The next one I'll be on is the Family Feud. The Charlie Sheen, Amelia West versus Martin Sheen match. So that should be fun.
that'll be Friday.
I'm getting, and then on Thursday you can catch me on Chris Cass's Twitch channel as I take on Paul Mead and try to get points for my faction, the Pullet Club. So yeah, non-title. He's the champion, but it's non-title. Yeah, and then other than that, catch me and my friend Robert Cameron's podcast called Telling Their Streaming, which is a movie, a podcast about Tubi movies. We just dropped the latest episode yesterday. It was Day of the Warrior, a very Andy Sedaris film. If you know anything about Andy Sedaris, he has a particular formula, which is just scantily clad women, boobs, and explosions, and guns, and then repeat. He's a very.
That's all you need for a good movie for a male. That's all you need.
Yeah,
some females love that.
He passed away a while ago, but he's a very horny old man. But yeah, so check that out. That was a really fun review. And yeah, I'm always around. I might bounce off here too because I got to do a couple of things, but I will catch you guys later.
Yeah. Sounds good, Richie. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just waiting for after everyone gives their plugs, everyone like pieces out. So I'm going to be alone at the very end, and my plugs with crickets in the background. but yeah, this was fun, Stephen. So where can we find you at?
All throughout social media. I believe I am a part of, since I won the match, that I'll be a part of the trivia tournament over at KTO's channel.
Yeah.
I'll also be next week on Full Metal Random on a movie release dates match.
Nice.
And I'll be around every now and then, I guess, here too. So
yeah. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll be back with next month with your part 2 of this 128, and then I think I have a Full Metal Random match coming up too. It's going to be TV characters with pictures. They just put up a picture of a character, and we have to guess who it is. So that'll be pretty unique and interesting. Yeah, and you can find everything for the channel over at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find a lot of things actually on my personal Instagram at Jordan83616. You can and then also you can find us over in the Showdown Friends and Family group on Facebook. That's probably where we're the most active, so you can find a lot of stuff over there. And then I also want to keep promoting the Patreon. I've been doing that a lot lately because I have some trivia coming up that's almost finished. I'm getting ready to reach out to the first panel of guests. It's going to be officially reaching out because for the first probably like 3 or 4 months, it's going to be by invitation only, but eventually it will open up to open signups for anyone that wants to sign up. But just until we work out all the kinks and everything, because I'm sure there might be a few, but I've been working hard at that, putting a few other things on hold to do that. So it's going to be called the Seen and Heard Trivia, and it's going to be premiering roughly. It'll probably show up on the Patreon maybe in like 2 weeks, because the first one I'm going to pre-record it. We'll see. Once I get into a good rhythm, though, I'll probably just do it live. But it's going to include clips from movies, clips from movie scores and soundtracks, and there'll be a third bonus round that will involve movie production companies. So, which if you want to know more about that, you can tune in on the Patreon, because what I'm going to do. Just for the first few months too, we're going to have a special where it's only going to be $1 to join the lowest tier of the Patreon if you want to watch the new trivia show. So it'll be pretty cheap for everyone to join, and anyone can be on the trivia show, but you got to be a member of the Patreon to watch it. And so if you get in early, then you can keep that price ongoing, but probably within like I'd say about 3 months or so, it'll bump up to maybe $5. It won't go way up, but yeah, so if you get in early. So and yeah, it's been a lot of fun making that, because like I'd say when I compete in trivia, like I always tell people you you call me Jordan's second place Anderson, because every time, like, I never win, I get second, like, almost every time. So that's basically my trivia skills. But so I'm better than the average, but not better than I'm not the best. So it'll be fun to actually host it. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll have exclusive episodes, which I'm getting ready to upload our TV animation draft. We did it live on the YouTube channel here last night. So if you caught it live, then you got to see it for free. And then it's gonna be up in about a week on the Patreon. But I'm gonna be adding all kinds of pictures and graphics to make it a little more like higher quality, kind of up the production value a little bit there. So just watch for that, and that'll be available to all tiers. And then we're also doing some giveaways. We're doing for some of the higher tiers, you can create your own episode. You can pick the topic, pick the panel. You can pick when we film. I'll even bump someone off of a show if you really want to be on it bad enough, if you sign up for the higher tier. And we're getting close to, I think we're about 10 subscribers away from hitting 200. And when we do that, Austin has a little Dawn of the Dead gift set that he had. He has an extra one because of a shipping error. We're going to be giving that away, and I think it's one that's a little tougher to get. It's gone up in price quite a bit since it was first released. So we'll be giving that away to a random subscriber once we get to 200. So yeah, and I will say we're going to take all our subscribers and just put them in a big wheel, and then that's how we're going to choose. If you're the number 200 subscriber, we'll put your name in 3 times, so you can have a higher odds of being the winner. So if you're number 200, so and then everything else I'm just kind of putting on hold for a little bit till I get the trivia. I really want to get it up and going. So there'll be some more Snack Heroes and video game stuff coming soon, maybe in a couple weeks. But I'm kind of just focusing on everything else. But just a little preview of what we have coming up for for Tournament Fights and Tier Ranker. This Friday, we're doing our Family Feud that Richie's going to be on. He mentioned it. It's going to be Martin Sheen versus Charlie Sheen versus Emilio Estevez, which I'm glad that I watched the American President to prep for this, because Martin Sheen is in it. So I saw that, and so I'll go through and watch more blind spots leading up to that match. And also too, for that episode, we're gonna have 2 first-time guests. I'm not gonna reveal who they are. You got to tune in to see it. But we're gonna have 2 first-time guests, and then one person only be his second time ever being on. So we got some unique people coming on for that one. And then we'll be jumping into our best movies of 2015 ladder series. So that's coming up. Well, we're doing 3 episodes in a row next week for that. So and that'll be starting on Monday. We'll be starting Monday so we can get through it, through 3 episodes in a week. Then we'll be doing best spy movies. We're going to have Malcolm Lay's 128 Part 1. That's coming up. And then we're going to have a Tournament Fights Battles. Is going to be De Niro versus Al Pacino. So we'll have that one. And then we got Malcolm Lay's Part 2 coming up soonish. So and then just because the way that the schedule worked, we had to kind of schedule it out that way. But then we'll be doing our animation series. We're getting back into that, and actually that reminds me, because that animation series we're gonna be having it on a Sunday. We kind of stopped filming Sundays, but we're gonna get back to at least doing that one Sunday, because the Friday 1 week after Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania premieres, we're going to be doing an official movie hero MCU ranking that's going to be on the Patreon. So, but how we've been doing it, if you can catch the live stream will air for free on the channel. You can catch the live stream, but after that, it'll move over to the Patreon, and we're going to include everything. We're going to include all the movies, all the TV shows, every single thing the MCU's done, besides the shorts. But Everything else we're going to have in that, and we're going to be doing a definitive ranking. We're going to have Moose Haas on there with his cousin Ryan on there, so it'll be a fun time. And then just a couple bonus episodes I'll just throw out. We have best movie set in winter, and then best movie duos coming up. So that's just some episodes. So if anybody's watching and you hear anything you want to be a part of, just hit me up. You can DM me. We're always open to guests on the show. If you have any ideas for some shows, just DM me, or you can send something to our email. We have an email that's on the screen there, moviehero2121@gmail.com. If you have like more of a longer list, we're always open to suggestions. So, but that'll do it first tonight, and we're making a pretty good time. This is about the average time that we want to have these shows. So just a little over 3 hours. So that's perfect for us. We're trying to get away from these 4 and 5 hour shows, and we did pretty good tonight. So yeah. And I'm just going to bring up, since everyone pieced out earlier, just to remember everyone that we had on the episode, so I don't forget anyone. For Richie, Nemo, Gooacre, for Jordan Owens, for Malcolm Lay, Jacob Barber, Chris Scott, Stephen Shepard. I've been Jordan, the Movie Hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.